It's your boy Lex. I don't know what to think, but here we are in this ring. It seems so far from the truth, and I go hide in the booth. Can you feel the movement or spin? Can you see the curvature bend? Do you see when they spray the skies and they make up lies and do it again? Man, who's really in charge? How long has the lie been hidden? How long has time been broken? Cause every season is different. They tell you climate is changing. They say the global is warming. They think you'll need a vaccine, otherwise you'll die without warning. God put the stars, the sun, and the moon in the same sky. God put the devil on earth and let us reside at the same time. Maybe cause angels betrayed God all over a slut lust. Then there was a reset, some of us call it a mud flood. Firmament permanently fixed to a plane, perfectly placed, impervious escape for the human race. This is God's work, so ask God first every day. And it's not curved, it is straight. It is not a planet, it's a plate. This the other side of Hell's Gate.
Oh, what up? Let me just pop her up too. What is going on, people?
Hello.
Happy
It's Saturday
Saturday.
night. It is a happy Saturday. We're all here. Happy to be here. At least I am. We're going to talk about some stuff, some serious stuff tonight. We always love to joke around. Later tonight, we're going to talk about some unfortunate, serious stuff when our boy Templar stops by to talk to us in about an hour. But we are going to be giving away one of Allie's shirts. Allie, if you want to show them. Everyone put hashtag phone booth in the comments to be entered if you want to win it. It's
This
a good one.
Yes.
I had to put it on
This one.
because it blurred it. There we go.
Wood chipper.
Would you all?
So yes, hashtag phone booth in the comments to be entered in for the spin to win that in the first hour. So before we get started, do not forget to go to the nice.
Hey, Templar. I'm seeing all of them. I'm like, I haven't been on forever. I'm just going to say hi to everybody. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. To phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, where you get all our episodes, live streams, some other podcasts there still, I think. Yeah, there's some other ones there right now.
Yeah.
And that also will lead you over to our wonderful merch store where you can get all our good merch if you want to help us out. We got some good t-shirts. We got some mugs. This is a good one. Thank you, Rachel. That was a beautiful one. Yeah, so if you want to stop by there, help us out, or you can get all our content there. Just go watch it. It's fun. Also, do not forget to go to... Where's you going, Bill? Where are we going?
You're going to canonbullion.com for all your silver, gold, and platinum needs because, you know, in this type of economy, you need to have something to curb inflation, to hedge you against it, because it is nonstop and it's unpredictable every single day. Go to canonbullion.com. You can find gold coins, silver coins, platinum bars.
Like a DJ.
Yes.
It's not financial advice. It's
Coming
just
up-
a suggestion from people who do this. That's all.
Coming up to
I'm
the
not trying to tell you
stage.
is Galaxy. What?
What kind of name
All
is
right.
that?
You know what kind of name that is.
We're not in Vegas.
So what's- Not anymore.
Nice.
Three of us
Left
here
that
have
shit.
lived in Vegas. That's weird, actually.
Yeah, that is weird.
Bill,
Where you
step
at,
up your
Bill?
game, buddy.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm all set.
Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest it now. It's,
I
Right.
couldn't even imagine. It was enough for me when I'm not like a going out person, and especially there, everything starts at 11 o'clock or midnight. They're like, "You ready to go?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm ready to sleep. Like, I'm not trying
Yo,
to
it's
go."
11. Let's go to dinner, dog.
I know. Like, what? No.
That's crazy. That's
Just
so
because
crazy
your
to me.
town is always open doesn't mean that you have to go out in the middle of the night, because that shit's open during the day too. You can just be normal.
Yeah,
the only
bro.
time I went downtown was to see friends that were visiting, and I would meet them for coffee. That was like it.
Yeah,
Other
because they
than
all
that-
wanted to go
and
downtown.
We had 2 trading events that I went to, but other than
You
that,
didn't go watch Chris Angel every weekend?
Are you ready?
No. I
like,
had
"I don't
so
even
many
know who
people
that is."
ask if I was related to him, though, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
"That
Really?
God.
it's not a real name. He's using a stage name. It's not a real name.
Well, no, but they think your name
No.
is real too.
My name is real.
Oh,
What?
Oh, what?
Israel,
What?
be careful.
What'd you say?
Walked right into that one.
absolutely.
Anyway.
I said it like that on purpose too.
No.
Never. I would
You're
not
a nice
troll
girl. You wouldn't do
ever.
something like that. No, you're not that kind of person. So I don't even know what the hell. Actually,
have
I
the
do know.
nose.
I do know one thing we got to talk about, as if we didn't all already know this, but I'm going to put it up here. And we're going to watch good old Tulsi here tell us about
Before the COVID pandemic,
Fauci was
Dr.
in on
Fauci,
everything.
as head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, provided millions in U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, work which is now widely viewed as the source of the unintentional lab leak that sparked the pandemic. Now, in support of President Trump's maximum transparency mandate, today, on my final day as director
But before she finishes, just remember viruses aren't real.
of National Intelligence, I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents that expose exactly how Fauci worked with politicized career leadership in the intelligence community to suppress the truth about his actions, the virus's lab leak origins, and his role in directing U.S. funding for this dangerous research that caused immeasurable harm and countless lost lives. Now, these documents expose Fauci's direct role in influencing and manipulating IC assessments on COVID-19 and how Fauci lied to Congress in 2024 when under oath he denied knowledge of or participation in discussions with intelligence officials about viral research. We also received testimony from multiple intelligence community whistleblowers who reported retaliation for challenging the intelligence community's manipulation of intelligence on the virus's origins, once again revealing a clear pattern of suppressing dissent, silencing critics, and burying the truth. Dr. Fauci's close relationships with the intelligence community enabled him to assume three key roles that shield him from scrutiny. First, Dr. Fauci funded dangerous gain-of-function coronavirus research linked to Big Pharma and their pursuit of universal vaccines worth trillions of dollars. Second, Dr. Fauci was the behind-the-scenes advisor who, alongside his hand-picked so-called experts, pushed the intelligence community to endorse a natural animal origin to hide his dangerous gain-of-function research that he funded using taxpayer dollars, all of this in a deliberate attempt to cover up the truth and shift the blame and attention away from Fauci's own actions. Third, Dr. Fauci became the nation's pandemic pundit, and he publicly pushed lies, disinformation, and censorship using every platform available. Now, according to hundreds of reviewed emails, which are included in this release, the intelligence community almost always incorporated Fauci's recommendations. He promoted a fraudulent paper whose publication he helped prompt as legitimate information for intelligence community consideration. Senior analysts praised Dr. Fauci not as a policymaker, but as what they called an unbiased guide to the real coronavirus experts, while deliberately ignoring experts who might dissent from Fauci's narratives. Now, Fauci didn't stop there. He blatantly lied to Congress under oath during his 2024 testimony to the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, denying that he ever spoke to any intelligence agency about COVID. Now, the correspondence I'm releasing today directly contradicts his sworn testimony. Now, we received statements from multiple whistleblowers revealing that the intelligence analysts who dared to challenge Dr. Fauci's COVID origin conclusions faced threats of retaliation, marginalization, and many suffered career setbacks. For example, a contractor was terminated just days after coming forward to ODNI as a whistleblower. Another example, those who advocated for the lab leak hypothesis or expressed dissenting views were reminded by their managers that leadership would determine which analysts would be promoted and which would not. The message was clear: go along or be punished. Senior leaders also sought to undermine whistleblowers by removing anonymity, which is required in the whistleblower process, as they made their complaints, and also insisting that their managers or attorneys be present during ODNI meetings where these whistleblowers
That's also the phone booth style, just so you know. Go along or be punished.
Blowers were coming forward with their testimony, obviously creating an atmosphere of intimidation. The COVID pandemic caused tremendous hardship and pain for millions of our fellow Americans and countless people around the world. And after years of lies and censorship and cover-ups, the American people deserve transparency, truth, and accountability. The tactics that were used to hide the truth are straight from the deep state playbook. Politicized self-serving leaders like Dr. Fauci covered up their own wrongdoing and abuses of power, manipulated intelligence, lied to Congress, and undermined a duly elected president by restricting his access to the vital facts he needed to keep the country safe. It's time you know the truth.
And then that's it. That's all you're ever going to get. Congratulations.
And it's done. All right, now pull up the side-by-side with her and the character that plays Rogue. The actor.
Snoop, pull it up.
Please and thank you.
Please.
Pull up what?
The side-by-side with her and Rogue.
Rogue from X-Men.
X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The second I saw them doing that stripe on her, I was like, oh, that's the actor they're going for. All right.
They're going for her.
It's crazy.
She got struck by lightning, right?
Isn't
how that happened?
I gotta see which one it is.
Yeah, when she was in the dome from.
Oh, okay.
Magneto.
Fucking nerds.
Excuse me. I was married to a comic book dork, graphic novel dork for 16 years.
Jesus.
Was exposed to a lot of it.
Graphic novel.
I guess it could be worse. It could be like a video game fucking dude that just all he does is play video games, you know?
My first husband.
Oh, there you go. So
Yeah.
You're going to get shit for that, bro.
Absolute piece of shit for just doing absolutely nothing and playing video games all day.
What's weird is, no offense to anyone who does, I guess, but people look at me weird when they're like, oh, talking about video game. I'm like, dude, I haven't played a video game since I was like 20 years old. Maybe. And that was like a rare thing then. Don't own a single video game system. Don't have any games on my computer. I got better things to do. I'm sorry.
I know a lot of people that play. Most of them are in apartments. And then actually I can see now all of them are in apartments, but they also like take care of the rest of their life. They don't just fuck around on the screens.
That's okay.
Is this what you guys are talking about right here?
I mean,
close enough, bro.
That's one of the people playing her, but can you I don't know who that is. I don't know.
That looks AI, bro.
Be a newer.
Wow.
So just pull up
No way. Just pull
X-Men
up Rogue.
character Rogue. Yeah, exactly. We know what Gabbard looks like. She does look like the Bride of Frankenstein Templar.
That too.
I had a friend who had a white streak like that, and he wasn't born with it, but when he was young, he had a ear surgery, and like they literally told him like the shock in your body from that surgery caused that streak because it popped up after that and it never grew anything but white ever again.
It was right in the front, right?
Yeah, like right here, because when he pulled his hair back, because his hair was long, it was like right there. Yep.
Oh wow! I just realized
That's what
the
happened to
original
me.
Actor is also a male, but whatever, or an invert. I can't say male.
Is it, what's her name? Anna, whatever?
I'm not sure. It doesn't. I don't remember all of them.
All right.
I can't even believe we're talking about X-Men this long, honestly.
Right. Well, no, you literally have to see like the face structure.
No, I know it is
everything.
ridiculous.
It is like
the very first time
Uncanny?
I saw Tulsi. Well played. The very first time I saw her, the Uncanny X-Men. That's
gotcha.
what they called them. Anyway, the first time I saw her, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, "Is that a bitch from the X-Men?" Like, and I wasn't even an X-Men person, so I know everyone else is thinking that.
Really, Snoop.
That's not a real person.
That's
What
not
are
a
you,
real
way
person.
off. It's not.
Are you a Globey now? Look, here's
Anna Paquin.
Saturn.
Anna Paquin. There we go.
Yeah.
Snoop. Anna
That's what I said.
Paquin. It's Paquin. I know we had to figure out the spelling on the last name. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Rogue.
So-
and it'll pull up. It pulls like 50 pictures of her. I know, right?
So she's also very big for being in a show called True Blood, where she ended up being like some mystical fucking creature from somewhere and shit.
Oh, speaking of mystical, did you hear he got arrested and he's gonna do like 25 years?
Who?
Mystical, a rapper.
The rapper Mystical.
Oh.
I don't know. My brother.
Why? I'm so surprised that a rapper's gonna go to jail for something.
Yeah, attempted murder. I think.
There we go. Look at the facial
What
structure.
was it? What is it? His
Like,
career?
stupid.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go.
That works. There you go. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all just script. Think of like Tupac. Tupac was like just a gay dude chilling out, whatever. Who cares? Before
I don't
whatever.
think he was gay, but
Oh,
he
he
was
was gay.
definitely into the arts, and he was like,
Is that what you call it now? Nice try.
but hey, people get, they get into the cliques and
That's-
in the
that's
industry,
not-
and they get swayed. You know what I mean? So
Well, that
he
wasn't the point though. Like he had no record, he was good, and then he becomes
Right.
an
No,
artist.
I
and
get
they're
what
like,
you
oh,
mean.
you have to have a
It's like,
record.
I
'cause
like
nobody will listen to.
Tupac.
I like Tupac. I also like Ludacris and like all of the
Yeah, I like-
originals.
Luda.
I like Pac. I like a lot of gay people. It doesn't matter that they're gay. I just happen to like him. Dude, you ever seen him in that tank top at the art school audition where he's just
he's
talking and
flamboyant.
he's like,
Yeah.
that nigga is gay. There is no denying
he's
that when you look
not.
at that.
He's not. He's just
Well,
a flamboyant little guy.
He's not
at the
anything
time.
anymore because he got shot in Vegas, right? right?
Right.
That's some bullshit.
All right. Yeah, that whole thing.
Where like he made a
God.
video,
Cover my mic for a sec.
he made a music video of exactly how it was going to happen, and then it
Sarah.
happened exactly like that. You mean that part? Okay.
Sarah, stay.
Yeah.
Wow,
Sorry, I
and
have
how
a chick
that
trying to
happened.
get out of my office that
I
I'm
thought she
kicked
was
out of.
yelling at Siri. I was like, Jesus.
No, I didn't.
Her too?
No, her name.
No.
No, my new babies are Sarah, Aaron, and Amber, and they're Americanas also. They're little guys, but they watch the big kids, and they're trying to be active, and they get up out of the cage, and they walk around. They do whatever they want. But
They
Sarah
fucking
was
better
trying to
be
come in here.
Americanas, or I'm calling ice on your ass.
right.
All right.
Right.
Americanas are my absolute favorite. I have 6 of them. They have these little fluffy faces. They're so
They're
cute.
chickens. They're chickens.
Yeah, for anybody wondering, they are chickens.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure.
You can see hundreds of chicken pictures because that's like literally what I spam everybody with on my profile right now.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it. It's great.
I'm super censored, so why not? I'll just share my life. Treat it like
Y'all
fucking
are.
Facebook,
It's-
whatever.
You know what?
I haven't
Snoop
se-
said
I
the
haven't
best
seen-
thing to me though. He was like, "We just need to move forward and let it. Whatever happens, happens. Keep doing what we're doing." I'm like, "You're
Yeah.
fucking absolutely
have-
right." It does bother me because I spent years fucking building this, and now they're like, "No, no one can see you anymore." But it
I
is
did
what it
remove
is.
monetization just because I didn't want to pay the $40 a month. I pay the $8, whatever, so I keep a lot of the stuff.
There you go.
But
Do you
yeah,
see any difference when you
the
removed it?
ads. No, I'm just as censored, but I'm actually probably a little bit less censored now than I was when I was.
That's what
paying
I
for
was
premium.
wondering.
Yeah,
If you were less censored because
Yeah,
you
I
weren't
was going to
getting
say it's
monetized.
probably what happened. Yeah.
the last.
I mean,
couple
I'm not
weeks-
monetized anymore either. I mean, not by my choice, by theirs apparently. But
Oh, yeah.
You still get monetization on the $8 account though. You just have
No,
you
you
just see ads with the $8 account.
When I
they
downgraded,
just changed it, I think. Actually,
when I
I've,
because I
I've been on
did
the,
it like
I've
2
been on
weeks
the
ago.
$8 plan my whole Twitter career, and I've
Then
gotten
you
paid
have to be
the whole time.
grandfathered.
maybe that's
You're probably
maybe
grandfathered.
Maybe
Yeah, but
that's
you're not
also
getting
why you're
paid
not getting
either.
any payments, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they did switch it, and that's why.
Oh, yeah.
No. They went to your views they have to come from verified
Yeah.
blue check marks. So they keep pushing the
Which is
goalpost
retarded.
of how like
Yeah.
it's
I like
they keep
big
maybe
changing
accounts
it.
don't
1,000
like me.
people that are actually blue check marks. So maybe that's why I wasn't. I give 0 fucks.
Well, Ted, you bought all your followers anyway, so
Yeah,
Doesn't
I wish I
matter.
wouldn't have now because I'm
Damn.
broke. But, that's what's funny. I was thinking the other day, like, where are all the people that used to say that I paid for my views now that I'm not getting views? You think I just stopped paying for them if I was? Like, what the fuck? Come on.
Inflation,
It's
bro.
just all
Shit.
gone. Yeah.
Apparently.
She hits horde, homie. Horde. All right, put hashtag phone booth if you all just got here. Allie's giving away a shirt. Show them the shirt. Put hashtag phone booth in the comments, and then we will spin the little wheel, and whoever wins it will win it. And it
know,
can't just
there
be
it is.
for A. Let me go like this.
Everybody good?
And it go like this.
Yep, I think we saw it now. We're good.
We get it, bro. No.
Right. So I actually, and everybody, I've been really open about this, so everybody already knows it. But I'm having surgery in a couple months and having my implants removed. And I was debating having them replaced or having them just removed. So I need to go through all of my shirts and do like pictures of everything. So I still have my model because I am my model because it will not exist after like another 2 months.
So does that mean you decided to get rid of them completely?
Yeah.
I don't know the backstory, and maybe other people don't. But
So, okay. So I've had them for 18 years and I am at the point like they really do need to be replaced either way because like the warranty is only 10 years. They say at about 15 years, you really should have them replaced. And I have something going on where my body is definitely fighting something, but also we have a ton of chaos going on. I've been in the city back and forth for a couple months with stuff. And I'm like, maybe it's that. Then I started going on all of these, not forums, but I started going on different sites and stuff, just reading. And a lot of people say after like 12 to 15 years, they'll start having basically detox reactions in the form of inflammation.
Oh,
I was like, okay, well, maybe. And then when I talked to the doctor the other day, and I'm getting an MRI to make sure they're not leaking. They actually can't leak, but we want to, just have it to make sure. I'll be in Vegas on the 30th, whatever. Not looking forward to it, but I'm getting raw milk, so I don't care. It'll be fine. But with that, I was like, I can just have them replaced, or I can be an adult about this and just have them out and have them reconstructed. And of course, because, you know, I breastfed and they did oversize when I got them. So there's no way I can just have them removed. I will have nothing and they'll be saggy. So I'd rather just have nothing and have them perky, which is what I'm doing. But it was a very emotional decision. And I love that I'm telling 3 guys and, you know, mostly guys in the chat this, but
Yeah.
I had no idea how connected I was to my fucking boobs. And I did them for me. I didn't do them for anybody else. So that's why. But that's part of my identity. And I won't say that is my identity because I wear baggy stuff all the time. But to me, that is part
let
of
me
my
tell you
identity.
one thing, Allie. There are many things I think of when I think of you, and boobs are the last on the list. I'm not saying it's not there. It's just last on the list. That's all. No, it's definitely to other people, at least I don't think it's part of your identity, but I do get it. It's like, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't have all these tattoos. Maybe just have more better important ones. Yeah. They all mark a chapter in my life, but just maybe I wouldn't. But also, I would be like, you know what? Like, I've looked at this for 20 years. Like, this is a fucking part of me. It would be a big decision. Not that I would ever go have them removed. But,
no, I get it with the ink, and I would never have them removed. But yeah, this arm I absolutely love. There's a huge story. This one, I mean, it's whatever. It's my sports. I don't do any of them anymore type thing, you know. And then one of my legs is all like band covers and the songs that I listened to at the time I had them done. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got
now you don't even like music.
So with the new timeline that I'm not a TI, I can listen to music. And like I had my headset on earlier, I was listening to Panic at the Disco. Of course, I have New Perspective stuck in my head. So there's that.
Okay.
But yeah, before music actually used to be really painful when I was a TI. Bill, you didn't know this about me. I was a TI for a while, like probably years.
What's
other
a
than
TI?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Targeted individual.
Targeted individual.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you guys
Gotcha.
had that. So I would have them, or not I would have them, but they would, it was mostly hearing, but then they would mess with my eyes. And towards the end, when it got really bad, I had reached out and I'm like, all right, I don't know how to block this. And I had a lot of people talk to me. I have a ton of videos up on how to block them. That's why you guys can't see it in here, but that's why I've got all the Mylar and everything on all of my walls. And I just started blocking them because I would just be sitting here and stuff would start twitching and then my skin would start heating up and I would get splotches and it was crazy. That's why I don't even know where it's at. So I have my copper beanie because that blocks them also. That I wear in the city now and it blocks their frequency that they're programming everybody with. But it was really brutal towards the end. And that's not something I would wish on anybody.
Would you ever get anything with your head as far as
where it feels like it's gonna fucking explode?
Yeah,
and
that
it's like
or like there's
crazy
a
frequency.
Like maybe a harsh vibration, almost like there's a word for it they used to, or it's like a type of headache, I guess that they call them, but they're
like the tension, yeah. So,
yeah, they come and go real quick though.
Yeah,
I get that all the time. Not all the time, but like when I get it, it'll happen for like weeks at a time, every day.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
They're sending it through the Wi-Fi. We do not have Wi-Fi anywhere in here. When I was in Vegas, we had Wi-Fi because Cox did not let us shut it off. Like our modem that we had to be Wi-Fi. Like there was no other option. They wouldn't run it. So I actually put an EMF blocking box over it. And as soon as we got that in, everything kind of really just calmed down in my head. I could think. Generally, I would have to be outside. I built a Faraday cage in my backyard in Vegas with all of my electroculture stuff. It was accidental,
I love
but it happened.
How people deny that Wi-Fi thing, which is ridiculous to me. And then even so like those little kids that did that experiment, have you seen that? Where they put a Wi-Fi router right over the little sprouts with the heating light, same exact water, same exact temperature, everything, and the Wi-Fi ones didn't grow. And people in the comments will literally be like, oh, those kids were fooled, blah, blah. Like they can't accept the fact that it's happening in time lapse right in front of their fucking eyes. And they're just like, oh no, those kids are liars. Those elementary school kids are liars. I'm not wrong. They're liars. It's insane to me, the levels that people will go to deny something.
My best friend of like 20 years, we always tease her, she had a black thumb. Her husband is IT, and they have like the best Wi-Fi and the fastest internet and all this other shit. And he's like super proud of it. He's still super proud of it, whatever. But every time I would go over there, I would get a headache. And when I moved to Vegas, I stayed with her for like 2 weeks. And I was like, I have to block out one of the rooms. I can't have the Wi-Fi. And she's like, really? It bothers that much? I'm like, yeah, it does. So I actually blocked out one of the rooms, or the room that I was in, so that the Wi-Fi couldn't get in. And she would come and she's like, well, it's quiet. I'm like, uh-huh. It's because you're not hearing the scream in your head. And we always tease her. She had a black thumb because she brought a plant in the house, gone, literally like 3 days. And it would just be like wilted. And she's like, did I overwater it? Like, what did I do? And I would always tease her. I'm like, you were not allowed to look at my plants. Cause I know you guys can't actually see them, but I have plants everywhere. And I'm like, do not even look at my plants. And when we were in Vegas, I had, I think it was a spider plant. It was one of my huge spider plants. I'd had it for a couple of years, absolutely healthy. Put it, we had like a ledge, and I put it on the ledge. And within about 5 days, it was wilting and it died. And I'm like, it's that fucking strong that it killed a plant that had crazy root. And I ended up chopping it and moving it upstairs, and it did come back. The root system was fine now, but literally a week it killed this plant. So what was it doing to us other than screaming in our head?
And for people who want to deny this, I mean, I know in a lot of places, a lot of you guys never lose your power, but in Florida, it happens quite often, especially during hurricane season. And think about it. Like, I know, I've said this before, I know when the power goes out, like, your first thing is, oh, this sucks. It's going to be fucking hot. There's no air. The stuff in the fridge. There is this fucking peaceful calm over you. At least me. I feel just like when you're out in the woods.
Yep.
You may never have acknowledged what it is. You might just be like, oh, it's so nice and calm out here. That's how it's supposed to feel every day of your life. But you live with electricity, Wi-Fi, all kinds of radio waves bombarding you all day long, every day. That's why you feel on edge. That's why you feel the way you do. And that's why it feels so good when you go out in nature. Just like it does when the power goes out, the same feeling happens because all of that's gone.
Do you think that like that's part of the reason why now I saw Ted earlier today, and we were talking about how like our taste in music has changed. We things calmer, softer. You know what I mean? Like, how many years were we in front of fucking amplifiers that were just like blasting us, and then like everywhere we went, the music was blasting. It's on fucking 20, and like everything had to be loud and chaotic. You know what I mean? Like and just sporadic, you know. Now it's just like, hold on, I need to fucking breathe. I need calm. I need like room to just fucking move.
I need fucking yacht rock, bro. I need yacht rock.
He's on that yacht rock and shit. You know?
I am. I'm not even gonna lie. In Sirius, in my wife's car, it's on the Yacht Rock channel, and it never fucking changes. I'm like, dude, this is like shopping in the grocery store in the 90s.
Elevator music.
Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious. I've been on some like funk soul type kick lately.
Well, you are black, so that makes sense.
Well, from the waist down, but you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
too,
we do have to talk about this. This is, to me, it's hilarious. And I don't know what it is. I just think it's hilarious one way or another. This post from this girl, Lily, supposedly, about Candace Owens. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did catch this.
Candace Owens' family reached out to me earlier this morning. It is with deep sadness and sorrow that I am sharing the passing of my longtime friend and fellow political commentator, Candace, which, as far as I've ever heard, and now hearing more, they don't really even know each other. Yeah. This is weird. But I also can't shake the feeling that this wasn't simply a random tragedy. There are circumstances surrounding Candace's death, especially after Charlie's passing, that raise serious questions, and I hope the full truth comes to light. I want to respect her family's privacy, so I will refrain from sharing any further details. Please stay posted. And then it was immediately deleted after, apparently. And then she's now claiming that
she was hacked.
I'll bet. Well, she's saying that she's like, I don't know how this happened. And then she did another post where she's saying that she hired some social media guy to help her, and that besides her and one other person, which is, I forget who, like, that couldn't have done it, he's the only one who had access and all this I don't fucking know. But to me, I was like, this bitch typed up a post, meant to send it to drafts, and accidentally hit post. because she knew that something was coming, or that's what they want us to think, or I don't fucking know. But it's so ridiculous at this point that someone can even post something like that, and we have to question the fact that maybe she knew something was
She
coming.
read the date in the
and now
memo
they had to
wrong.
call it off.
The memo that went around to all the central casting, she read the date wrong and posted
What was the date?
I don't know.
6/19. So, Juneteenth. It's funny. It's a Juneteenth.
Yeah. Somebody did a video take on it. Brandon Straka, whatever. I'm looking at it. This girl's controlled op. There's no way she's not.
Yeah. You guys
Really?
know why they had to put Juneteenth at the end of June, right?
Why?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about that, but I think y'all.
Oh, how you gonna tease it, bro?
Ask
What else is at the
them.
end of June? What else is at the end of June? What's tomorrow? Nobody?
Oh, Father's
Well,
Day.
It's my grandma's birthday, Ted.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
I
Wanna
mean, like
get
Kelly
personal?
said, those that are celebrating Juneteenth will not be celebrating Father's Day.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah, she posted it this morning.
I thought I was
Or,
all
yeah,
clever.
no, it was yesterday. I saw it this morning, but it was yesterday. I wasn't on it all
I
yesterday.
thought I was clever as fuck, and she already
Not
posted.
bad.
Yeah, she
I swear I
posted it.
didn't see it either. That was my point. They needed a holiday.
I can look
at
up
the
the
end of June
timestamps. I'm
also.
guessing you guys are really close. You remember, you and I have had this conversation. She and I have had this conversation about the ideas, and a bunch of people will have the same fucking idea all of a sudden, and it's whoever capitalizes on it.
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Oh.
It is true. Why once so when you have a thought is like throwing a stone into water. It causes a ripple. If you don't act on it and do something with it, it's going to
Somebody
keep
else will.
going across the lake, and someone else is going to pick up that ripple and they're going to do it. That's why a lot of times, right after you think something, shortly after, they're like, I just thought about that and now they came up with it. It's because you didn't do shit about it.
Yep. We are
Grab that shit.
receivers.
Is it similar? Like, do you ever like maybe you guys have experienced this where like you'll be thinking about something, maybe just like a song or something, and then boom, all of a sudden it'll come on the radio.
Oh, that's
Or
manifesting.
something- Yeah. Is it that what it is? Like manifesting, but it happens with so many things in my life where like not even just songs and stuff. Like I'll be thinking about a person, and then all of a sudden that person will call, or it's just like some weird shit like that.
Snoop
Dude,
just
that happens
stepped
with
into
your
my
mom
alley.
all the time.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, God, I
was
hope
bad
this bitch
timing,
doesn't call me.
Whoa.
Horrible timing.
Well, I knew that was
Um,
coming, so I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, Snoop just stepped into my alley. So you got a couple things going on. One, we are receivers, which is quite literally like our brain is receivers. But on the other side, we also are creators, which, yes, we've been shrunk down, reset, blah, all that stuff, however many times, but we still have that
Did you
original
say,
spark.
Did you say trumped down? Trumped
Shrunk
down?
down.
Oh, shrunk.
My
I thought you said. I
accent
thought you
is
said
not
trumped
that
down. I was like,
bad.
can we use a better word than trumped? Like,
No. Yeah, I don't.
Why, bro? He's the goat.
I can grab my Trust the Plan starter pack shirt if you'd like.
I have my own.
I know. But so when you are thinking about something, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. You are going to manifest it to some point. The stronger of a manifester you are, which generally is just believing in yourself. I used to think it was people being cleaner and, having a decalcified pineal gland and all of that stuff. And I really don't think at this point it has anything to do with that. I think it is, if you believe in yourself, belief is reality. And you believe in something, you think it happens. Now with the timelines, I think that is another huge thing with it is you're not necessarily manifesting it in this timeline. You're finding a timeline that it exists and you just go there. We still have the scheduled timelines for anybody who has been paying attention to that and everything I've been talking about since January. But scheduled use, I'm pretty sure it's connected to CERN. But which I think they shut it off in like a month now. I'm pretty sure it's the second or third week in July. So it'll be interesting.
Why
to
would
see.
they be shutting it off, though? Why are they shutting it off?
No, they do maintenance.
Oh, just temporarily.
Okay. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they have it. I think they have it up for like 7 or 8 months, and they shut it down for 5 months. So
Somebody's
it's
got
a
to
cycle
lube
they do.
everything up.
Basically, yeah.
What are they still doing there? I thought they already
Colliding
crashed the
particles, bro.
I thought they already
Colliding
did that.
particles.
Like what else?
Well, now they're doing it like
talking to
different angles, different
Oh,
particles.
is that what it is? Right.
On the other
Yeah.
side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they communicate
Someone
with
said,
whatever.
"What does the shirt say, please?" And also, you asked if you win, if you can send it to someone in America. We can send worldwide, so can she.
There we go.
We can send anywhere now.
Yep.
So you are welcome to have the
Ooh,
shirt.
there we go. A
It
little bit
says cure for pe.phil.i.a.
The cure
And
for
there's-
Phil Collins.
There's a backstory on that though, on how it's separated. I forget who it was at this point. There was some like almost ad or something that came up, and it was last year during Pride Parade, whatever bullshit, and somebody said it like that. They're like pedophilia, and I'm like, that's a fucking shirt.
Like, all
I'm
right,
using it. Thank you. Yeah,
Great
but
idea.
yeah,
that's good. I love when
So-
people say things incorrectly. I mean,
fuck them.
it's good that they were saying it no matter what, but
Yeah.
it's fucking funny when you do that.
And there was like
So-
pauses in between it. It was really funny. I was like, oh.
This one's for you, Ted.
I saw that earlier. I just about died laughing. I was like, Ted's gonna repost that. Watch.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up for us to talk about. So see, there are not aliens.
He looks like a
guys.
vampire. I'm just saying it out there.
He
And a boo-boo.
does.
Right?
I
He
told
really
you.
does. So, but that was only
He's probably
79
a
people.
shifter, actually.
What about what about all the other people? That's only
No, they-
79.
So shifters actually have that like that V face, and their eyes are wider apart.
They can't get it just right. Yeah.
It's really weird. Yeah. And they're kind of like glitchy.
I've seen some people in real life that like so before, which is odd that I haven't really seen any since. But then again, I'm not really a people person, so I don't look at a lot of people in the face. But like before, I remember like, dude, that dude's face looked crazy, and then like I couldn't have seen what I thought I saw. So it must have been a weird turn or weird light or something. But now I'm like, that motherfucker.
You ever like
shape-shifted right
seen
in front of me.
people that, or you just know you're getting stared at, and then you just happen to look, and they're there, and they're staring dead at you, and to where it's like it makes you uncomfortable, and then you look away and you act like they're not staring at you, but they continue to fucking stare at you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fucking Tomas. He follows me all the time. I'm just-
No, but like,
yes, I know what you mean.
you know what I mean? Like it happens. to me a lot, dude.
NPCs and holograms. Yes. Okay, you guys know how you walk into a store and there's like nobody in there, mall world, and then all of a
Okay.
sudden there's like hundreds of people all over, and you're like, where the fuck did they come from?
Yeah,
They're
that's
holograms.
really weird.
Yeah, I've started like getting the nerve up to like accidentally walk into one of them or bump whatever. Oh, I touched an NPC the other day
NPC?
at the hardware store.
Ew, icky.
Yeah,
Did you-
I was taking change and I accidentally like grazed his hand, and it was like nothing. It was like touching the fucking table. I'm like, oh, and you, I
Like
like
a bunch
I
of
can
ones
see.
and zeros pop out of them and shit. when you
No,
bump into them?
no,
Okay.
but well, so real humans have like an energy, and you can feel it, and
Yeah.
NPCs are just like nothing. But I don't know. Maybe he's real in a different timeline. Probably.
Who knows? Oh shit, Jacob's down there now too. You're a little bit early, Jacob, but I can bring you up.
Hey,
Bring it up.
Hey, what's up, you sexy motherfucker?
not
He's
much.
like, wait,
you
I'm
know?
like, I'm on my way back.
I thought I was late. Actually, I'm early for the first time in my life.
Awesome. You look a little different than last time we saw you on here.
Well,
Cut
you
your
know,
hair, man.
Yeah, I remember we talked about, this is the process. I had to appear crazy and deranged, and now I look normal because I was normal all
Normal's
along.
crazy and deranged.
Yeah. with all the love in the world, Jacob, you are crazy and deranged, and that's why I like you.
Yeah,
Because you
it's-
don't fucking fall into the script of what you're supposed to be.
Facts.
So you've been getting a lot of attacks lately too.
Oh yes, I love it. I love it. Father, it's my turn to be paid attention to.
Why don't I know him, Jacob? Why don't I know you, or do I?
I don't know. I
Jacob,
don't
Ali-
know.
Ali-
So
Jacob.
Hi.
I hear a
He
very nice
was-
voice and I see a pretty face, so it's good to meet you.
he
Are you talking
was
about Snoop or? I'm kidding.
Well, you're all beautiful bastards.
well, he
Thank
can
you-
tell you
thank
who
you,
he
Allie.
is.
Yeah. All right, Jacob. Who are you?
Right. So, look, I've been in Republican politics for 20 years.
That's why I don't know you. Cool.
Yes. Yes. That's a good reason.
I'm anti-government,
elected people from city council to governor and worked on presidential campaigns. Done journalism the past 10 years, Gateway Pundit, InfoWars, run my own shop. Now I'm just on a little bit of a truth tour because what we see going on in the White House, what we see going on with MAGA, America First, is a bastardization of it, and I'm sick of it. And all of these people are up there proclaiming to be experts, proclaiming to be operatives, when they're really just third rate, failed theater kids from high school that probably got caught putting peanut butter on their cock with the dog. Um, and it just has to be said. I'm sorry. They're making millions of dollars. They're
Good timing on
grifting.
not drinking.
They're
Slow it down.
grifting until the cows come home. Well, the cows have come home. They've come home like years ago. And American people, what are you doing? Scott Pressler, grifter. Brandon Straka, walk away, grifter. Laura
Oh, that's
Loomer,
that's the one who
grifter.
did the repost on Lily's shit. Remember I said Brandon Straka did it?
Yeah.
That's who
Yeah.
did it. I don't know who
Chance.
any of these people are.
Yeah, for good reason, because you shouldn't know who they are, because
Okay.
in their minds, they're George Clooney, but it's like the same dozen people in this MAGA America First grift who could care less about Rome burning, could care less about the fall of Berlin. These are the situations we're in right now. It's not that we're getting ready to walk off the cliff or being forced off the cliff. We've already walked off, have been forced off the cliff. Do we pull the ripcord and deploy the parachute, break the landing, is what decision we have to make now.
How does one do that? Where do we
Well,
start?
Grow your
good
own food.
example
Grow
would be here in
potatoes.
Florida. Florida. We
Oh,
don't
are
wanna-
you back in Florida now?
No,
Oh.
not yet. But I will be coming back very soon, for real this time, because the state Republican Party under Chairman Evan Power have decided that there is to be no debate. That fat ass Byron Donalds, the Miriam Adelson candidate, the candidate of the globalists, of the corporate donors, is to be governor. Damn the people. So there's no debate. If you don't have $10 million in your account as a candidate, James Fishback is an opposing candidate, people might know. If you don't have 10% in polls that are paid for by Byron Donalds and the RPOF, Republican Party of Florida, then there's no debate. So they have something coming up on the 26th and the 27th.
Hi, Templar.
And it's called the Sunshine Showdown, where candidates
Okay.
are supposed to debate, including candidates for governor. Well, how can you have a showdown when there's no opposing force? So, not my king,
Ooh,
Florida.
didn't they do that in, like,
FL.com.
last year?
I'm going to shut down the showdown. I don't care if we have to storm the convention hall. There are people already at the Hard Rock Casino early. And I'm going to be going to Florida. I had somebody actually, not mykingfl.com, they sent a message and they said, Jacob, we're up here in Wisconsin where you are right now. Would you like a Ford Transit 350 to borrow and scoop as many people up on the way down? And I'll drive
that the
down
one-
to Florida.
Is that the one down here in Hollywood?
It is, with the big
Yes.
guitar. Yep.
I drive by that almost every day, so it'd be right.
Do you
there.
think they'll like my Andrew Jackson tattoo there?
Sure.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah,
So,
maybe.
real quick before we get into the story with Templar and what you covered, we're gonna do the alley giveaway. You got like 10 seconds. Put hashtag phone booth in the comments, and you will win the shirt of. Show them again, Allie. Show them again.
There it goes. All right, there it is. Okay. Are
I
you
love
good?
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody good?
It's a wood chipper.
Very
and
good.
for anyone maybe only listening,
There you
it's
go.
a wood chipper, and it says
it's
cure
a
for.
Vermeer wood chipper. There you
Oh.
go.
Very important.
specific.
distinction there. That's actually
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
true.
I can't
It
see
is.
that.
I looked up which one could actually do it, and that's like, there you go.
And now, knock on the door tomorrow.
We have to be very, very clear.
Oh, they killed a website when this went up. Yeah, I've lost 5 websites.
Got
They
me
don't
out
like
with
my
a
shirts.
troublemaker, you guys. I love it.
Yes, sir.
Truth is gonna true.
Oh yeah, she is. All right, so I guess I'll just spin the fucking thing because
Yep,
I don't have a
spin
sweet,
it.
I don't have a sweet song to play for it, so we're just gonna spin it. Actually, let's give people like 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. Put hashtag phone booth in the comments. Then we're gonna spin it.
Hey, Blue.
Anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter unless you're in Antarctica. She can't send it there. So
Yeah, they won't let me send there.
But I
I
assure you,
can
you're not
be
there.
your song while it spins.
All right, sing for us.
All right.
Here we go. We're gonna spin
It's a
it.
song that does.
I knew it. I fucking knew you
shit.
were gonna
Goes
do that
on
too.
and on, my friend. Some people started singing and not knowing what it was, but they'll continue singing
ya.
it forever just because it is the song
You know
that
the words?
does. Of course I do. Lamb chop, baby.
It's like
I
it's like
fucking
2
knew it.
lines.
I almost started it, and then I was like, no, he's gonna do it.
Well, that's a lot better. I was gonna go with wipe until Brown leaves town.
So
Hey, that's my song. Wait a minute.
hey, so Ross, Ali, do you follow him on X?
Yeah, Ross just
Okay,
DM me.
so yeah, DM
Josh
her.
is awesome, dude.
Send
Yeah.
her. Yes,
let me
is.
clarify. DM me on Twitter, and then
Yeah.
put it on a post that you did DM me, so I can just go to it because they make me
There
this
you go.
weird password thing now, and so yeah. But if I just go to it, then I can pull you up. So all right, I love you
Just
guys.
make sure slide into her DMs. We love you too, Ali.
That's so awkward. Don't slide into my no.
He's always just wanted to say that.
I know, right?
I know. I've never said
it's
that in my
weird.
life. I never told anybody.
Don't ever do it again.
We love you, Ali. Thank you
Love
so
you
much.
too,
Glad we
guys.
do.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head
Ali.
outside, play with my chickens,
All right.
and plant some.
Stay
lemons.
hydrated.
Always.
Touch the grass. Touch the grass.
Good night.
Clover.
Good night, Ali.
Yeah. All right, bye, guys. I'm out. Love you.
Okay, so since that was a little more upbeat, now let's get into the not so upbeat. Which for anybody who watching doesn't know, Jacob recently did an article on a story. Well, why don't you tell it, Jacob, and then
Sure. Yeah, one of our compatriots, Templar, had a situation, unfortunately, with his daughter. Look, it's supposed to be summer. It's supposed to be, personal responsibility, learning responsibility through getting a job and having some guardrails, obviously, 15-year-old daughter, JRR, ROTC, honor student. So this should have been something that was okay, right? Go to work at Six Flags and learn some personal responsibility, be a human being. Unfortunately, one of the 30-year-old male employees who is mentally stunted in some form or fashion had grabbed his daughter's hand, okay, and would not let go, and was saying things like, "We're friends now," and it's just full stop, period, point blank, wrong. So with the process, what should have been is he's now given them the responsibility, trusted them with being in responsible for his daughter's safety, and unfortunately, she made a report. She said what was going on, but then they didn't confirm and reach out to him as the parent who's legally responsible for this individual, this young girl, and she ended up having to tell her parents, her father and mother. And then I think I'll let Templar take it from there, can really discuss what the problem is here. I think you should take it away because that's where it really all comes breaking down for me.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like he kind of said, I know I'm the father, but so I'm biased, but at the same point, what I'm saying is true. Like, my daughter is a great kid. She doesn't give me or her mother any problems, right? We don't have to ground her. She doesn't get in trouble. She's academically doing good. She's a good kid involved in JROTC. She's got a fancy position. She's 15. She wanted to work over the summer. So she got a work permit so she could go work. But she wanted to work at Great America. She'd been there for maybe a month, give or take. She's on break, going through the back halls. She gets stopped by this old guy, right? He grabs her hand, pulls it in, tells her she's pretty, tells her that they're friends now, and then just holding it, right? Now, she doesn't know what to do. She said she's squeezing the thing. She tries pulling away, but, he's not letting go. And she just starts freaking out. She doesn't know this guy. She's never met him before. They don't interact. She doesn't know the first fucking thing about him. So eventually she freaks out and pulls away and runs. And the doorway that she's able to escape through leads off onto the main stage into the park, okay, where she's not supposed to be. So she's up there like a deer in headlights, essentially, right? After all this. And she's freaked the fuck out because she's 15 years old. This is her first job. She's away from home. She doesn't know the dude. You know what I mean? Nothing. This is all abnormal for her. So she's out on the stage, and a manager sees her up there looking off and grabs her down and asks her what's going on. And so she tells him, and that manager, rightfully so, said, yeah, that's not right, and takes her off to report this. So they go and she reports it and she writes out a statement. And then they decide to send her home. So they send her home. They don't call her mother or I, right? They don't call the police, nothing, right? So my daughter is, sorry. So my daughter, starts getting like quiet and kind of reserved and all that shit, which is not normal for her. She's a bright personality. Mm-hmm. She eventually confided in her mom, who then, told me. And at that point, I mean, I got the fucking phone calls. I called the cops and I let them know, get somebody fucking down there. So I go to Great America and we meet up with the police and we just let them know everything. My daughter tells them everything she knows, and they go. One of them stays with us. A few of them are up in the park trying to figure out what's going on. They actually tracked down the guy who was doing all this, or who had done this, and found out like his name and stuff. Then they got back to us, and they're like, hey, this guy, we're looking at like battery, unlawful restraint, and disorderly conduct, right? Those were the three charges initially that we were looking at. The cop comes up and he's like, hey, went back there, found out who this guy is, and he's like, just to let you know, he's autistic. And he's like, I was able to verify it, So that helped, like her mom and me, like our threat level kind of decreased at that point, right? Because now we're at a point where it's like, okay, this isn't just like a fucking crazy pervert dude. You know what I mean? Like we're upset, but we're rational, right? What are you going to do in a situation like that, right? Mm-hmm. It gets put on us to, like show grace and whatnot, which we do because we're not fucking monsters, right? Yeah. So from that point, we talk to security, who tells us that it never, the report never made its way to security, and that's why security never investigated it. Then HR finally comes out because they were trying to stay out. Like fucking nobody from the fucking park wanted to come and talk for shit, right? So finally we get the head of HR to come out, and she admits on tape and explains that the supervisor had dropped the ball. A report was taken, but it was never pushed forward. So again, trying to be amendable, right? Like, okay, let's find out what happened here. Who dropped the ball? Because while I can recognize that I don't have to worry about this guy being a threat, right? Two things. What if he had been, right? And regardless, they had a duty when it happened, to call the police and to call us, which they've done neither. And up to this point, they've been non-communicative, right? So I sent off a certified letter for them to preserve all documentation, video evidence, etc. Man. And kind of getting stonewalled. One of the videos from the back end that we got from the police, because I got all the police reports, body cam videos and stuff like that. One of the body cams that shows, like when they were interviewing the guy and people over there, it's just completely redacted. It's a blur screen and everything's muted.
Not to get off subject, I just want to ask you real quick. Did you have to pay for that body cam footage?
No, because I'm a party to the report.
Okay, because I had a conversation with someone else who said something happened to their daughter, and they were being told they had to pay for the body cam footage in order through the website. That's why I was asking. I don't know. Yeah. I can't prove it's true. That's why I was.
Be a state by state.
Right. Well, they could attempt to charge them, but if you push back and you give the reasons why they can't charge you or why they can't redact something, which is something not the price stuff, but like the redaction shit we're going through.
Right. Now you can offer alternatives, like you can supply thumb drives and stuff to have videos and stuff put on, and you can have stuff emailed to you as well. Like there's ways that you don't have to pay for it,
and they
as much as they want to make you.
They do this thing with public records real quick, where we're in the 21st century, right? We're in 2026. I still have reports I'm working on now where they say, oh, well, you can only view it in person. We don't transmit anything over electronic. Bullshit. Or we'll send it to you on a CD-ROM. Bullshit. Or they'll say, I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, when the agriculture commissioner in Florida, Democrat at that point, Nikki Fried, when J6 happened, she took news clippings and reports of people who had been accused by the media of things about J6, not even charged, and a lot of them weren't charged, and summarily stripped them of their concealed carry permits and of their gun rights ownership. And so 26 people, very short list. And when I submitted the public records for everything that happened in that situation, they told me it would take 4,966 hours to the tune of $489,000.23 for them to search through the files. So they try
So
and sidewind you
that's
every
what
which
it
way.
is. They're not charging you for the files. They're charging you for the state time it takes for an employee to search for the files because they have a bad system to begin with. They should just be able to pull them up. But because it's going to take them all those fucking hours. Oh, he's gone. But anyway,
Yeah,
that's a
they-
good way to segue.
Some states allow you to charge, some states don't. So it just depends on how it's
State by state.
legislated.
All right.
Yeah, and then one of the things I'm running into a lot here in Illinois now is in 2024 they actually had a law and legislation passed as it relates to body cams, right? So before up to 2024, when you could FOIA the body cam, and there weren't all these contingencies on what had to be redacted necessarily. Now they got like a fucking maze where it's like if A then B, if B then B and C, and all these different ways that they can come at you to redact stuff. But the main thing that was looking for here was for Great America to just be transparent. You know what I mean? Be open, because this doesn't have to be bigger than it has to be, right? Just do the right fucking thing. If somebody dropped the ball, hold them accountable, right?
Yes.
But and another thing that we are learning is it appears that part of this might relate to there's a family member in management. It appears that's what we're hearing is that there's one of his family members works in management. So we think that's also kind of why things got shuffled to the side. So when I started meeting some of the resistance, I reached out to Jacob, right? And I'm like, hey, listen, I need, to kind of put something together here. And he was completely amendable, man. I mean,
He's a
we
great
talked, and,
He's a
dude,
great
his head
dude.
fired off, dude, like so fast. He was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
what about this, and this? And I was like, awesome, dude. Like, whatever, I appreciate it. Like, I mean,
He's
he's
one of those
putting his
people that
time
are
in.
super misunderstood.
Yeah.
But he's offered to do shit for me that I've never asked him to do. And I've been like, no, dude, I can handle it myself. Like, he's a great dude, so I'm so glad that he was able to help you, man. Sorry, continue. Just
No.
he gets a lot of shit. You see it too, a lot of shit. And
You can tell he's been through a lot.
Yeah, and the fucked up thing is for somebody who's been through the kind of shit that he's been through, right?
Mhm.
And that gets dragged through the fucking mud, he's completely honest on his role and everything he's done.
Mhm.
So I saw some jag ripping into him earlier, right? But it's like, dude, if you just talk to him, just ask him a question and he'll tell you the answer, even if it doesn't shine on him in the greatest light. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I prefer interacting with somebody like that all fucking day long compared to somebody who's going to lie to me, regardless what his history is, right? It's a man trying to put back the pieces of his fucking life, trying to do the right thing, and he deserves the opportunity. And personally, I'm appreciative of all the shit that he's going through, and he's still trying to take the time to see what he can do to assist me. You know what I mean? And he's got a lot of shit on his plate right now, and he's still reaching out to help. So, like, people should take that into account. If you don't know Jacob, he's definitely someone to follow.
I can also say he because we met him through you. He came on that Monday thing, came on our live stream, and he has been nothing but, since that, grateful that we gave him a platform, and has been saying, anything I can do to help you. Anytime you want me on another episode, if there's anything I can do to help behind the scenes, just give people a chance and don't believe everything you fucking read about them, because there's a lot of people who are attacking this dude, and
Yep.
I've been attacked many times completely unfoundedly, and maybe that's what's happening here. That's all I'm saying. Hope he comes back. I texted him, so we'll see.
But and with
So
that,
anyway,
you know,
yeah.
I'll get out of your hair.
No.
you-
Don't get out of
okay.
our hair.
Oh,
I have
but-
questions.
Yeah,
I have
sure.
questions and stuff.
Just so
Like,
everybody knows, like I appreciate like people reaching out and saying, hey, you know, but like me and her mom are doing fine, right? Like we're not like I'm having a hard time sleep, but it's just I got a bunch of shit going on at once. But you know what I mean? Like we're doing okay with this. So I appreciate, you know, people saying, hey, hope you we are. It's not about me, you know what I mean? I just want to get shit taken care of for my kid. That's really
How's
and
your daughter?
if
What's that?
Yeah.
How is your daughter?
She's good. She's good. She's resilient. She's bounced back. She wants to go work up at Gurney Mills Mall. So she wants to get right back to working. She just wants to go to a different place, you know, which is, it's fine. If she had, you know, Great America's like, oh, you know, if she wants to come back and work when she's 17, she could be security. And I'm like, well, you know, let's see how this shit pans out. Do the right fucking thing, you know, but
Yeah.
let's see where it goes, right? I mean, technically, they get a little bit of time, but what it looks like is they're going to be quiet, right? Because shit like this doesn't look good for a big theme park, right? This is supposed to be a family place where you take your kids, right? Should be a great place for a summer job. Interestingly enough, Jason, while I'm talking to him, he's like, oh, did you know in 2026, this guy over here got arrested for sexually molesting somebody over at Six Flags? I mean, he's fucking right in there on it. He's like, oh, there's a history of this here and there.
Oh,
You know,
Jesus.
like, so there's something that's going on, but regardless,
any-
you know, like,
any big fucking corporation like that is gonna try to cover it up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like, let me just say, sometimes it's easy from an outside perspective to be like, oh yeah, of course they're gonna cover it up, blah blah blah, and like kind of be callous to the fact that there's a real person behind that cover up. And I read that article and I was pissed, but
Mhm.
I didn't know it was about your daughter till after I read Jacob's article.
now
And-
there is a plot twist on this, by the way. I shared it with Ted. Is when my daughter was 2, we were in
I didn't
downtown
wanna bring that up.
Chicago. I know. We're in downtown Chicago at Daly Plaza, right? They got the Picasso statue. At the base of it, you know, it's slanted. So kids with their families act like it's a slide, right?
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
what we're doing. And then you got like the fucking news thing right over there with the big window so you can see them, you know, doing the broadcast and all that. So she's 2, and this homeless guy, long story short, comes up and tries to fucking grab her. And I checked that guy so fucking hard, and then he pulled out a knife. So now I'm in a fucking standoff in Daly Plaza with a guy with a fucking knife. And there's
Oh my
people
God.
everywhere around us, dude. There are people all around us looking at this and shit, and nobody does a fucking thing, right?
And how
So this
long
guy-
ago was this? 12,
this
13
would've
years
been-
ago?
Yeah, this would have been in 2012 or
Okay,
yeah,
so maybe I understand. That,
Yeah.
I mean, people were already fucked by then. That's what I mean. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. I'm just saying, like, damn, even back then, but it was only
Yeah.
2012.
So
Okay,
he takes off, you know, because I'm, you know, trying to call the fucking police. He takes off, you know, we're in downtown Chicago, fucking, I'm going through fucking alleys, and he's trying to go through buildings. We got fucking security yelling at us and shit, because anywhere this motherfucker goes, I'm going. I just don't care. He's not getting away, you know. And
Mhm.
eventually, got him. He got apprehended by the police. We went through all the court process and shit like that, right? Now, she bounced back from that well because she was only 2. So I don't think she really remembers it. You know, like we've
Right.
talked to her about it and she doesn't seem to. So that's another reason why, you know, like this hits so close to home, right?
So, can I ask a question?
Sure.
I've felt before like, okay, I've heard at least stories about like people who got kidnapped as kids and then later on in life they end up getting kidnapped again somehow. Like the odds of being kidnapped are slim to none to begin with. They post it like it is, but like it's a very small percentage. Most of the time it's a family member or someone else, blah blah blah. But there's multiple people who have had it happen more than once in their life. And I know these are two completely isolated incidences, but like two things like that happened to your daughter. So do you think that some people maybe have some kind of just special spark in them that unfortunately draws weird people like this or sick people like this, or like because
Yeah.
that's like being struck by lightning twice, like maybe even more rare.
My daughter, and again, this is objectively, my daughter is literally like beautiful. You know what I mean? And not just as a father, but I mean, she's got bright blue eyes. She has long, flowing, curly blonde hair.
Yeah.
And she's got a great personality. She's super upbeat. So, it could be people see that. Maybe there's something about
There's a lot
her,
of beautiful women out there,
right?
though. There's a lot of
You know,
beautiful girls out
yeah,
there that this never happens to. Like maybe
that's
I'm
true.
just saying maybe there's some other spark in her that that pureness attracts evil. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's something. Maybe she's meant to do something great, and that light attracts filthy moths or
Darkness.
something. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's something to that because what I mean,
The twice,
literally, that's like
yeah.
winning the lottery twice, but in a bad way.
Yeah,
And
right.
it like it's crazy. So I don't know. I maybe she's destined for great things, man. I don't know.
Well, on the bright side, like the first guy, didn't get access, and thankfully the second guy was, like he was able to get away and he ended up overall being, like harmless and shit. But what if he wasn't, Like
Yes.
and at the same point, I've not met the guy or I never seen him, and I was kind of waiting to see the body cam too because I want to look at the guy, right? Like, is he, like let me see how he talked to the officer. How's he communicate? But I guess just have to kind of wait and see what
Yeah, but
Six Flags is gonna do.
whether he was harmful or not in this instance,
Right.
like you said, they didn't know that. But how did he get through the hiring process of somebody who was not only going to work with young people, but work around a lot of young people?
Well,
Like,
more the point is that they didn't do a full investigation, right? So they didn't know who it was. So we didn't know that it was the autistic guy. It could have fucking been anybody, right? And it could have been somebody who throughout the week continued on, right? And they would have never known because they'd never searched. So
Yeah,
in
no
their
follow
minds,
through.
it didn't matter.
Yeah, no follow through to even point this out, to even bring it to light, and
Right,
get that important piece of the puzzle out immediately. You
right,
know,
right.
Well,
Find who it was. And
Templar, I have a question. Like, have you had any kind of like response from Six Flags or anything like in trying to get like video or any kind of information from them, or do you have to wait until it goes through the legal process in order to get that? Because there's got to be a way, right?
yeah, no, there's stuff that they got to give us, right? And they're kind of trying to drag their feet. Like before we left, and I pulled her home. I asked for her employee file, right? Let's bring that shit with. Let's make sure that nothing gets dunked in that thing afterwards or anything, right? Not that it should have been a worry, but um,
It's just difficult when it comes to a private company because it's not like a public entity where you can, have the Freedom of Information
right,
Act to protect you.
right. But that's
see,
why.
Aurelian.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
that's why I did the letter of preservation, right? So if you think litigation or anything may have to come down the road, or you want evidence preserved, right? Whether it's a public entity or a private entity, what you have to do is you have to
send a letter of preservation. So you got to send a letter and you got to send it through certified mail, basically saying, hey, I request or demand that you guys hold on to anything related to X, Y, and Z in case there's litigation. And then that way, when litigation occurs, you can subpoena those records, right? And then you have access to them. However, if they did not keep those records, then you get into the subject of like spoliation, right? And at that point, the judge can infer that whatever was on the material is basically what you say it was, and that they destroyed it, for essentially nefarious reasons. So I've been, like taking care of all that and just making sure I got everything mapped out kind of for the long game. I'm hoping it's not a long game kind of thing and that they do the right thing. But
Right.
I mean, if I gotta, drag this out, then I'll fucking drag it out. I mean, it is what it is.
What are your
I know
personal
this isn't your
feelings-
first legal rodeo, but yeah, go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
What are your personal feelings at this point towards this person, this autistic individual right now? Like, where's your
with
mind
him?
at with that?
With him, I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm released on that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he had the mental capacity to understand what he was doing. I think he was trying to be
Yeah.
friendly, and it was kind of like, like of Mice and Men. Tell me about the rabbits, George, and he
Right,
squeezed
yeah.
the lady too much and ends up killing her, like, but
And you are
know,
100% sure that he is autistic, right? You have like proof of it, or
As-
is it still
well,
their
that's-
word?
right now it's their word and the cop's word, but the cop, said he was getting access to the certificate or whatever. So with everything that, we've heard in the police and whatnot, I don't have reason to believe that he's in fact not, So again, like I my my issue isn't necessarily with him anymore because
Yeah.
if he doesn't have the capacity, if it wasn't malicious,
Sorry.
Yeah. So that's my feeling on him. However, I am incredibly frustrated, obviously, with Six Flags
Oh, for
because
sure, for
they,
sure.
they don't review anything,
Mhm.
and it makes me wonder, like, is there more shit like this that goes on? And that's not my fight, but maybe if this has to fucking drag out, maybe there's enough eyes that start getting on this, and there's a pattern that comes out. Maybe somebody else is dealing with the shit that I've dealt with, but maybe something worse happened. I don't know.
There's probably a catch-22 in all this as well. It's like with the internet the way it is right now and everything, like one story like this can fucking crush a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they're super afraid of anything like this getting out, and they're always, you know what I mean? So they're trying to be quiet about it, trying to, go steps in quiet, but at the same time, it's like if they're not doing anything, they're still the fucking internet. And they're still
Right.
gonna get nailed. So like they need to get their shit in order, get their
But-
house in order one way or another.
And you would think they'd want to get out in front of it, right? Because
Right.
they can still look like fucking heroes in it, right? Like, hey,
Mhm.
our person dropped the ball and fucked this up, but we took care of that, right? There's accountability. And that's all I want. I don't need a fucking
Right.
lawsuit. This doesn't have to, like turn into, the fucking Taj Mahal. But, if I got to take it brick by brick, I'll take it fucking brick by brick.
Yeah. No, I mean
Got
it's
to,
about
man.
setting an example at the very least. At the very fucking least.
I-
Go ahead.
I would venture to say that this isn't the first time they've dealt with something like this,
Must not be.
Yeah. Well,
and
with
maybe
what
even
Jacob
worse.
pulled on the thing, they did have worse, like with that dude who actually like
Right.
molested the chick there, So, I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful, absolutely grateful to God that like the situation ended up the way it did and how it did compared to something else. Because if it was somebody who was nefarious, right, and
Yeah.
she's trapped in that fucking back dark hallway, like. It's a whole different, can of worms. So I'm absolutely grateful.
Yeah, that could have been.
So the only conversation you've had with them is, oh, she's welcome to have her job back or a better job or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
well,
pretty much.
When the cops were there, and I knew the body cams were rolling, so I wanted to speak to as many people as possible, and I knew that with the police there, and the situation being what it would be, that they would want to show a certain level of kind of reception or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And that's why I used the police to pressure HR to come out, with security, because I was like, look at this, You know, doesn't it seem abnormal to you that nobody from fucking HR is even coming to communicate with us, right? Like nobody's communicated with us on this issue since it's occurred, right?
Yeah.
And now here we are with the fucking police report with you, and you're in there, you got guys in there investigating, and still nobody's coming to communicate. Nobody's communicating to my daughter, nobody's communicating to us, you know, like that's a problem. So once they, and that kind of pressured them to come talk. And then once they were there and I knew camera, I just asked all the right questions to get all the right answers, you know, on the record immediately before anyone actually had time to think about anything or figure out how to be clever with their words. Let's just lock this shit in, you know? And that's, we were able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine their lawyers probably tell them to shut their mouths too. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Like
I mean, I told the lady she should probably have legal reach out to me because it's probably easier to go through them, right? Like employees are worried about what they have to say legally, right?
Right.
But if you deal with the attorney, they're not worried about those things. So if they're looking to just remedy the situation, right? And the attorney's like, yeah, they're reviewing who dropped the ball right now, and I'll get back to you, you know, when things are done, you know, shit like that. You know, I'm good with. I just want the accountability, you know what I mean? I want to make sure that, you know, if somebody goes and makes a fucking report that they get grabbed or sexually harassed or whatever the case may be, you know, like there's a duty to take care of that. And it's not just in relation to my, you know, daughter overall, but, you know, like fucking what's up with these people, you know? Like it just, I don't know. It boggles my mind that they could be okay with not even fucking calling us, right? I just,
who's the
it
caretaker for
frustrates
this
me.
guy? Like,
I believe it's his mom,
okay.
you know, and the fucked up part is after, you know, everything happened, they sent my daughter home. You know what I mean? So
Right.
they sent her home. They don't say anything, but they're just like, okay, go. Like, and then just tuck everything under the fucking rug.
Take the rest of the day off. We'll pay you. Don't worry. We'll pay you for the whole shift. Like
Right.
as if that fucking Jesus.
Maybe they thought she had shit parents that she doesn't communicate to, or I don't know, but I don't think it worked out the way they thought it would.
That's terrible. Yeah. No, the way probably, you know, 8 to 9 times out of 10 it does. Just
You know,
Yeah, probably because most people don't have the stamina to, you know what I mean? They get
Yeah.
turned away, they get stonewalled, and it's demoralizing. It takes up so much energy, and you got to fucking argue without arguing with people, right? Because people try to
yes.
frame. I got a great video where I'm talking to this lady about records, and she starts trying to frame it like I'm arguing, and I call it out on the spot. I'm like, why is it that me asking clarifying questions on a stance is considered or being framed as arguing by you, right? I'm not raising my voice. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not saying no. I'm asking clarifying questions. That's how we communicate, right? But people want to, you know, like they try to gaslight you and shut that shit down, you know? So you got to stop it when they try it, you know?
there's a whole other conversation here too. You know what I mean? Like, does it fall under, for lack of a better term, DEI type of hiring here? You know what I mean? Like, are there? I know they want to, you know, equal rights for everyone and equal opportunity employment and this and that, but I mean, clearly, dude, if you're in a position and you're around all these other people and you're autistic and you know what I mean, like, is it the best possible scenario to be putting people like this in these positions? You know what I mean? Like, you get a guy that's a doorman
I'm not
at
against
Walmart.
it,
No, I mean, well,
you know? 'Cause
maybe just not
it's-
around young kids
this,
was
yeah,
my
or
point.
you
Like,
know what I mean? Like, if you think about it from the company standpoint, it's like they feel like they're pressured to hire people, right? Like they're pressured
Right.
to do all. You know what I mean? Like this, you know, you have to have so many this color and so many this disability, so many. You know what I mean? Like Walmart's a perfect fucking example. You know, like I mean, shit. I've seen people just mow those fucking people down, dude, running out the fucking door. You know, and they're like, "Eh," you know, what I mean, like, you know, like what are you doing? What is getting accomplished there? The guy's getting hurt. Yeah, you gave him a job, but he got hurt. You know what I mean? Or this in this case, like he didn't know what he was doing, but now that is fucked. Like you know what I mean? He can't fucking be there no more. And it's probably not, depending on how this plays out, it's probably not going to look good for him to get any other fucking kind of job. You know what I mean? Like, Should he have a job in the first place? This is all the conversation, really, what I'm talking about here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So when it comes to that, right, then it's more about that it's a breakdown uh in supervising, right? So it's not necessarily that he has a job and he works there or whatever, but perhaps they could have done a better job not only on the fucking report and whatever, but on supervising, right?
Right.
Hey, if he's kind of touchy or whatever, maybe just let him know, hey buddy, don't do that when you see it, shit like that, I mean, I'm for as
You're
emotional as I am on this, I am trying to stay like realistic and reserved. You know what I mean? I don't want to lash out against that guy because I don't feel like he's a predator, but I do want to lash out at that fucking company because they want to fucking hide and play games and make shit fucking go places it doesn't have to. You know what I mean? And that's the bullshit. That's what pisses me off. Just my daughter went there. She gave them service. She worked for them, no problems. They had a duty to make sure that she was safe while she was working. And when she made that report, they had a duty to look into it, and they failed on all accounts. And now they need to tell me why and give me some kind of resolution, right? I'm not looking for fucking money. I'm not looking to go to fucking court. I just want the resolution. I want to know who fucked up, who dropped the ball, and what's going to be done to prevent this from happening again,
I did an event one time. I was basically doing musical instruments with autistic kids, and the parents that were there.
Is that how you met Ted?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
well done, sir.
No, but seriously, like the parents were like, "Oh, you can't do this or you can't say that." You know what I mean? Like they had this whole thing for each one, and there were specific things you could or could not do, or don't touch them like this, or keep your distance. You know what I mean? Like these are protocols for it's a mental illness. You know what I mean? So like like you're saying, the supervisors, do the supervisors know the protocols for this person? Do they know the protocols for this mental illness to be able to control situations like this or prevent them from happening? You know what I mean? Like it's not just because, oh, they're fucking retarded so they shouldn't have a job. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like there needs to be accountability, like you said, and responsibility. And on all accounts, it's been lost. It's been non-existent in this particular instance, and many others, so many others, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like the whole woke shit, all this kind of plays a part. You know what I mean? And it goes so big. It goes so big and so wide. And it's sad.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's really fucking sad, dude. And like, I feel so bad for your daughter because, granted, like you said, he probably didn't mean it. However, that should have never even been a possibility, a factor. Yeah. Like, so, it goes higher up, man. It's got to get fucking fixed. It's got to get kicked in the butt right there.
A few things. One, Templar, I thought about bringing this up, but I didn't know how you would feel about it because I don't know. I don't want you to talk about it if you don't want to or whatever, but I know legal shit. This is not your first rodeo with that. You have done and are working on other stuff. But Blue here offered to help, and she is an attorney. So she may have some insights that will help you out with not only this, but I'm sure because she is a beautiful, great person, she is willing to help you out on other things too. I'm just saying.
I can tell you, Blue, I will reach out to you in relation to the situation with my daughter because I'm willing to take any help on that, right? Mm-hmm. I want my daughter to see that this isn't just gonna fucking happen and like
it's gonna disappear,
goes away, right? Yeah, no.
Daddy's gonna get tired of dealing with it and give up. Yes.
Yeah, no. You're going to be safe. It's fucking hell or high water, right? Like when I was there, I gave her my fucking keys. I gave her phone numbers. I was like, listen, I don't know how this is going to go, but I said, if I end up getting arrested, here's who to call to get my bail, and, that's that. And I was ready, if I got to take this fucking ride, then I was going to take the fucking ride. And any dad's going to do that, right? But, yeah, that's the main thing. I just want my daughter to know, like, that what happened wasn't okay and that I'm not going to just, like, let that shit go, Like, I want her to be able to know, like, in the future that she can feel comfortable in a job or whatever, because she's always been empowered. I want her to continue to be empowered.
Dude, you're a great fucking dad.
In some ways, but in
I'm
other
gonna,
ways, I dropped the
yeah,
ball,
that's
dude.
fine.
Like,
I'm gonna fucking just say, I wish I had a dad like you. I didn't have a dad like that. I didn't have a dad who would fight for me for anything. So it's fucking awesome that you're doing that. So I wanted to say something nice before I say something mean. I love you. And that's not easy for me to say to another man, but I genuinely do love you. You're one of the few people that I met on Twitter, maybe less than 5, that I consider an actual friend that I would have in my home, that I would fucking break bread with. It would be great.
right back to you.
Your reservation on this to be an asshole is both immensely respectful and astonishing to me, because I don't have kids, so I really don't know. I can't really speak to this, but you know me, we can talk. It's fine. I'm just going to say what I think. Like, dude, I get that dude has problems, and maybe skip over him. Like, okay, he has issues. And I have no problem with anybody who has problems. They should just, like we said, be supervised and be put in the correct place. And I don't think they should be around kids, because kids can't understand that person has a problem. They see an adult, they think that they are an adult and that they have authority, and that's not a good situation to be in. And I know your daughter's not a little girl, but she's still a kid. And it's someone who I would assume is above her in some way, even if he's just been there longer. In some terms, he's above her, and that's already an issue. But, like, the people above that, like, I don't know how you haven't busted a head yet, bro. I
Because
really don't.
If I do that,
Not
if
that
I
it would do
that,
any good.
I lose.
I know.
But,
I know.
As soon as I crash out, that gives them the ammo to then paint me as unruly, right? But right now, not only have I stayed composed against them, so they can't do any of that shit, right? And anything they try to gaslight, it allows me to deflect it. So that's what people try to do. They try to draw you in, and they try to work off of your emotion, and they try to get you to say something stupid or rash or brash, But I understand the importance that I can't do that, because as soon as I do, it makes communicating all of a sudden so much harder, because now we can't talk to him. He's threatening, or he's this or he's that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
keep the enemies close.
You have no clue how much, like, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. And even though it's completely off the subject that you meant it on, you have no clue how much I needed to hear that right now. Because I am going through something similar, where I am grinding my fucking teeth to hold back from doing something that would normally come naturally to me, and just lay out and destroy a motherfucker. But I know what will happen if I do that.
Yep.
And I don't want to be the one in the wrong, because I want
That's
everyone
right.
to see that they are the ones that are in the wrong, and that's it.
Yep.
So and I just thank you, because I needed to hear that I'm not crazy, I'm not being a pussy. There is a method to my madness, and I am fucking doing the right thing. So thank you for reminding me.
You gotta stay calm, dude. You're gonna be fine, dude. And whatever you're going through, brother, like.
I don't know, man. I think we should just change it to PhoneBooth. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well played.
No.
Zing.
No, but I even feel bad laughing at all right now. But I'm so happy that your daughter is okay. And so this was a big thing for me, because let me tell you why. And holy shit, I feel so terrible. This was a big thing for me, bro. That's not how I mean it. What I mean is, I read the article and I talked to my wife about it, and I said, this is fucking horrible. And then I saw, because you didn't text me, which was a little weird. Normally you text me about something, but you DM'd me on Twitter, so I didn't see it right away. And then I saw that it was your daughter after I read the whole article, and I was like, holy shit. Like, not only was I right in this hitting me hard, but this isn't just, like, I feel bad even saying that anyone would just be some random person, because everybody that happens to is someone's daughter. I understand that. And I don't want to sound callous, but when it's someone you know and it's their daughter, like it really kind of puts it in perspective, because
hits home.
we always talk about how news is fake and bullshit and we don't really know what's going on. But when you know firsthand that this really happened, this is a legitimate issue, and a legitimate company that we've all heard of in our lives is doing something that we all suspect they would do, it really kind of redefines what we're always trying to do with shining light on these things of this is going on. This isn't some crazy bullshit we talk about that doesn't affect anyone's lives. Like none of this, like Ali talking about being a targeted individual, like these things happen to people, and to pass by their post and make light of it, or to bring it on your podcast and make fun of it, is not a smart move in my book. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah, no, dude, you're spot on. And by the way, like, I appreciate you, giving extra time and whatnot on this. And I know I don't got to thank you, dude. And I also thank you for, we talked in the background and you offered, like honest support. And I appreciate that. That's why we're homies, dude. Like, I value your friendship. So thank you.
Agreed. Feel the same.
That's a moment right there. That's a moment.
Moment for the homies.
No, but for real, like I do hope, and I know, because I know you're like a fucking bulldog, something will come of this. And if when it does, you want people to know, I will happily share it. And to be clear, just so everyone knows, because I'm sure people will be like, Ted using something like this to get views. How many times did I ask you before saying a word about it?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no. He was so like, are you sure I could? No, dude. You were so respectful on this thing, like the whole way through, dude. Like I'm like, no, of course you can. And I mean, yeah, no, dude. Like you were very respectful and considerate, dude. Like especially had it been something like worse, and I was in a like worse fucking spot. The way you came through to like approach it was solid as fuck, 100, dude. And yeah, it wasn't about fucking views or any bullshit. Like it was
no, not at all. I just, first of all, you're my friend, and I would repost anything you asked me to, as long as it wasn't something that I was like, hey, this is bullshit. But to know that, I was like, absolutely. But I don't want to post something and be like, oh, you're using something horrible that happened to your friend's daughter to do a post to get views. Like, no, I'm trying to help my friend shine light on something he asked me to help him shine light on. That's what I'm trying to do. Sorry,
honestly,
I just have a...
Honestly, like, if somebody picked this up and got a fucking million views on it, I'd be happy because, like, the point is that the eyes get on the issue, and then Great America is like, okay, this has grown into something, like, we need to be responsive here and be less likely to just, like, drag this shit out, So, like, the more it gets out there, like, if this is able to spread and we can get the right kind of pressure on them to do the right thing, like, that's all I'm looking for.
I'm so sad, man. Like, it's sad. It's just, it's disgraceful. Really. It really is, dude. Because if it was something this innocent, you know what I mean? Like, it could very well be. Get out in front of it. You know what I mean?
If I was the CEO of all Six Flags theme parks and I heard about this, I would fly to where you live and I would come to your house and I would sincerely apologize to you and your daughter that this happened to them and you as a family on our watch.
But see, that's why you're not the CEO, bro. Because you have a heart.
That's exactly why.
Because you're not a fucking psychopath. You gotta be a psychopath to be a fucking CEO.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of them are. Sociopath at a minimum, for sure. But it is. But I treat everyone here like employees. You all three know that for sure. I treat all of you like employees. You have zero say in anything.
Shit out of us and fucking tell us to shut the fuck up and go get in the corner. I feel
that. And to be clear, on your last video, Templar, you kind of messed up the script I wrote for you a little bit, so you're going to need to tighten that up because I don't put this shit out for nothing. Anyway, no, I feel bad even laughing, but I know you're good.
No. Laugh. Like life still has to go on. Like we're not sitting here like, oh my god. Like we want the answers and everything, but life is still like moving. You know what I mean? Like it didn't reach like a point where we have to sit here and like fucking be in like crazy pain because like something went further or something like that. So
yeah, but how many people
I count my blessings.
How many people does that happen to, that these same corporations cover up exactly in the same manner? And I know
Yeah, it
that's
happens a
exactly
lot.
why you're fighting for it.
Yeah, I'm so sick of fucking corporations. I'll be honest with you, dude. These cocksuckers, they get the 14th Amendment and then they use that to fucking step all over our necks, dude. And like with, you know what I mean? Just overall with the fucking data centers, whatever. It's like corporations seem to come before the people. And fuck that. When was it supposed to be like that? I get if you got a business and operating shit under, but like what gives a corporation so much more rights than more than one person or abundance of people or a town, like that shit got all out of whack.
Dude, so I have this thing that it's a little off subject, but I assume y'all will ride out with me on this. The moment a company goes public and people can buy shares, their responsibility immediately becomes to their shareholders, not to their customers. Yep. And that changes the entire paradigm, and they treat their customers like shit. That's why you should shop at mom and pop places that are not corporately owned. And I shop at Whole Foods sometimes, but like they have pure foods and I like that. But I get what I can from local places.
Fancy.
Honestly, so you think it's fancy, but Publix is more expensive than Whole Foods now.
Really?
Yes.
I shit you not, man.
It is.
I shit you not, and that's the only reason I go to Whole Foods to buy anything. Is not only do I not have to search through things to find the things that are non-GMO, but it's cheaper because fucking Amazon bought it, and now they don't. When Dixie's shut down in Florida, there's none left
Really?
here. None.
Working
They
on it,
all
yeah.
shut down. I used to go to Winn-Dixie because it was cheaper and buy some things, and go to Publix also for some things. But now I don't. I go to Publix for like 2 things now because Whole Foods doesn't sell like normal paper towels. It's
Pretty
like
soon, Goy Mart's going to be the only one left.
well,
Terrible.
it happens. It happens.
You just learn to accept what's been given to you. You know what I mean? You just be like, I am the Goy.
Yeah.
This is what I am.
What happened to Jacob? Did he just like?
I don't know. I texted him twice and like legit texted him to his iPhone. My iMessage went through and it's not showing anything. It says delivered. He hasn't responded. I don't know. I hope he's okay.
Hope it wasn't like a white van pulled up situation.
Dude, I hope he comes to Florida. I will so hang out with that dude. We may do a little meth. I don't know. It might happen. It happens sometimes.
Just to keep things.
No, I'm just kidding.
To keep it interesting.
Hey, listen, I don't mean to be rude though, but I gotta jump out though because I have to feed the dogs. I was supposed to take a break and feed the dogs, but I didn't want to. Like, I wanted to listen to the Templar and everything.
How long does it take to feed the dogs, bro?
It doesn't matter because
cool, man.
I still have to go.
I'm just kidding. Go do your thing. Take a shit. I know that's what you have to do.
No, I'm excited, dude. No. My uncle, I just found out, like, I literally seriously found out 30 minutes before the show tonight that my uncle is in town from Chicago, and my grandmother's birthday is tomorrow. So that's why he's in town, and then my other aunt is in town from Chicago. So I'm excited to see some
Ask
family.
him about deep dish pizza for us.
Oh no, he's a tavern guy. He's a tavern guy. I can speak for him right now.
I didn't even know you knew about that, Bill. But
I knew about it.
He still sends me messages all the time of someone saying that deep dish is not the local Chicago thing. I'm like, bro.
Templar, dude, come on, be real with these guys right now. Whenever you have a pie, whenever you have a pie, like, would you rather just have, like, Bill's Pub is right down the street there from the Six Flags, Bill's Pub. They got some of the best pizza in all of the North Chicago area. I mean, come on. Tavern or deep dish? Like, what are you getting on the regular?
Not the deep dish.
Thank you.
That was not the argument, though.
Right.
I think
You
it pretty much
said
was, though.
no. So you
I
said,
said deep
well,
deep
okay.
dish is tourist pizza.
I'll give you half of it. You said deep dish
Okay.
was tourist pizza. We talked
Okay,
to Jonah, who is
I'll take
also
half.
from Chicago,
Well,
and
so
he said,
Deep dish is
and he
preferred.
said, no, deep dish is the Chicago thing, but like there are other
Traditional.
places. So you
yeah,
know,
well, I don't know. He's, I think he might be just an AI too. So I'm
dude,
not.
I've been to Chicago. I played there many times. Every time when we were like, hey, we always said, take us where you eat. Don't try to take us to like some fancy place. Like we want to eat where you eat. They always took us for deep dish every fucking time. And it was delicious. Trust me. I like deep dish. I also like New York thin crust. I like deep dish though. I'm not opposed to deep dish. I'm just saying anyone I personally have ever talked to in Chicago always says deep dish. You were the first person in my life to say that's some tourist bullshit, blah blah blah. So, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying in my experience everyone has said deep dish in Chicago.
I'll be honest, and I'll probably get a lot of Chicago hate for this, but I would almost rather have like a Detroit style pizza as opposed to a deep dish,
Like the square?
Yeah, like a Sicilian. Yeah, like a deep. It's similar to a deep dish.
Oh yeah, brother.
Right.
Like
It's funny, your
I would
mom likes Sicilian deep dish too, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Extra sausage.
When's she gonna get that? She's been asking me. She's like, the well's been dry for so long, she don't get it no more. So what's going on, dude? Where you at, player?
Zing. Very
Dusting the webs
nice.
off.
146.
Word on the street is that you're a piece of shit, though, Snoop. So, but I love you.
Dude.
So.
Hey, listen, dude. You know what the best part about naming yourself a piece of shit is that you could call me a piece of shit all the time. It just doesn't even affect me.
You just promote my brand, brother.
I just set the bar so low that
it's deep down in the poo. Didn't you say you had to leave?
That's the real deep dish. That's the real deep dish. Dude, I almost hit end broadcast. So you're like, yeah, caught that.
No, I don't want you to leave. I was just reminding you that you needed to leave because the Costco manager is calling you with that background. So.
That's right. I got to get back to work, boss.
Did you buy the pineapple spears, bro? Did you get them?
Oh my god.
They're only at Costco, right? Oh, he just fucking left.
Wow.
Like, no, I'm not answering. I'm not answering that. Oh.
That's awesome.
Okay, now you have to stay Templar.
Has anybody in the chat had the pineapple spears? Has anybody we know had
Don't
the pineapple
fucking
spears?
lie. Are they even real, or is this just online?
Someone's had to have at least attempted to make some sort of similar concoction. All right, we know how people get with these internet crazes and these.
I saw pineapple
trends.
chunks at Walmart the other day. Pineapple chunks, but I ain't never seen a pineapple spear in my life.
Yeah, I got a pineapple in my fridge.
Oh. All right,
put it upside down in your window, and all the swingers will show up.
Listen,
bro.
man. Listen, man.
Right?
Get you a little pack of great Kool-Aid. All right,
and just open it up. Just pour the fucking Kool-Aid on the pineapple and let it saturate.
Pour it right in the juices. Don't use water. Pour it right in the juices.
Dude, the way
Dump
people on
dump
that
in the
trend,
jokes.
huh?
People be in the hospital from that shit, bro.
And it's like they think they've stumbled upon the greatest thing in the world. It's fucking mind-boggling, dude. Like,
is
there's
it
a
true
reason
that
why
people
it's
are paying
never
like
been
$100 a jar?
Oh my god, are you fucking?
I wouldn't fucking be surprised because
only
like,
Cash App.
Oh god, I don't even know how to say this, so I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it in a way of not saying it. I never had a problem with certain people in my entire life. I am totally open to people of all races and everything as a person. And I never even had a problem with them as a group. Like, yeah, sometimes you feel unsafe in certain areas here in South Florida and stuff like that. But also some places in Miami where it's Cuban and stuff like that. But that's fine. That's cool. I never said that. But lately, I feel like it has been cranked up a notch. And my theory is the copy of a copy is never as good as the original. So I think we're all getting dumber. And I think if one class of people, be it trailer white trash and or ghetto people are having copies of copies of copies. It is getting worse. I don't know, but I never had a problem before, and I never was like, I don't feel safe. But like lately, I feel like it's turned up. I feel like they've made them think that we hate them, so they're on guard. And we've been knowing they hate us, so we're automatically on guard. So I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what that is. What is that, Bill?
That's my phone. The bread and circuses are just they're all the
Yeah,
time
is
now.
is that
never
just what it is?
fucking
But like
ends. Yeah, dude.
I
it's
see
by the
I
minute.
see a
It's by the
slight
minute.
uptick in real life though. I do. I see a slight uptick in real life.
No, but this is real life now. That's what I'm saying. Like people are walking around holding up their fucking bread and circus machine to create more bread and circuses, and there's no more veil. There's no more crossover. It's all blended. So it's just never fucking ending, and this is what rules us now, dude. It's like we gotta know what the fuck's going on. We got to look at like, oh, what's the weather gonna be like? That's gonna depict our day. You know what I mean? Like before, it was just like, oh, did you happen to catch the weather today? No, I didn't.
Dude.
Okay, who cares? You know.
So that's something that's crazy. Real quick. I stopped looking at the weather, and I had my wife start looking at the weather, but not telling me. And I'd ask her at the end of the day, and she's like, oh, it said it was supposed to rain today, and it didn't rain.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know, and I didn't want it to rain, and it didn't rain. So, like, maybe looking at the weather forecast, and you're like, oh, it's definitely going to fucking rain today. Maybe that makes it rain on you. Because, fuck, I'm getting off topic here, but I think this is super important, because I think so many people overlook it, and they fucking laugh at it, and they act like it's nothing. But what the fuck are clouds? Because clouds weigh trillions of pounds if you look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Trillions of pounds. How are they floating above us if they weigh trillions of pounds? And this isn't a flat earth thing. Just even in the globe model, I don't care. How are they floating above us? You could say static electricity. They're molecules bouncing off of each other. But then they say the way that it happens is clouds collect so much rain and then they become so heavy, or so much water, so then they become heavy and they drop the rain. Right. But I've seen clouds that are supposedly full of water, because the more water they absorb, the darker they are, not drop a single drop of water. Mm-hmm. And I've seen clouds that are lighter drop tons of water. Mm-hmm. I've seen everything in between. There is no rhyme or reason to how clouds work. There's been days when it's for sure gonna fucking rain, man. There's lightning. It's fucking black here in Florida, almost purple. When it gets like a real thunderstorm here in Florida, the clouds are almost purple. They're fucking like this crazy, a cross between purple and green somehow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And then nothing will happen. They'll pass by. But yet there'll be this half white, half gray cloud, and it'll fucking pour on you. So I'm not telling you I have the answer, because I absolutely do not. But I know for a fact of what they're telling us, that clouds pick up moisture from the sun and the humidity rises up and they collect together. And then when they become too full, holy shit, when they become too full, they drop down and they drop water. That is not true. That's not how it happens. That's at least not fully true. Maybe partially. I don't know. But also, trillions of pounds floating in the sky. Can someone explain that? I don't fucking get it. And also, clouds aren't what they used to be when we were kids.
See, that's the thing. People that don't live down in South Florida, a lot of them can't even relate to this.
Dude, I remember when
rain across the street. It could be pouring rain across the fucking street and dry on the other side of the fucking road, like literally. You know what I mean?
I went
run out of the rain, like.
Dude, I went to your house today, right? Which you're 10, maybe 12 minutes from me. Mm-hmm. I came home. My whole neighborhood was soaked. I didn't see it rain. I didn't know it fucking rained. I was driving. I was outside. It didn't look like rain. My neighborhood was soaked. Nothing at yours. There's literally times when I've seen it rain across the street from my house, and it's not raining where I am. It's fucking weird. We always said, oh, that's Florida. Like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It's fucking weird. But again, I don't get how what they're telling us about clouds is the truth. It's not. There's something else going on. What makes them rain, when they decide to drop water.
What are they telling us that's the truth?
if you think about it, most likely, right? If the Earth is flat, then most likely what they're telling us is incorrect, right? Because that means that the model they give us is based on the model that they're trying to present to us. So they got to make all
Yeah.
that shit work, right? So more than likely, it would serve to think that, yeah, it probably is bullshit because they can't articulate what it is because it, kind of pulls the veil back that, things aren't what they say they are, like that
Yeah,
would be my thought.
They're not. But I mean, just let that marinate with everyone who's never thought about it. You can look it up yourself. Clouds allegedly weigh trillions of pounds, and they're just floating
Well,
above
what it
your
is when the atmosphere is moving with it, it just depicts on when it's gonna let certain clouds go and certain clouds not. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like it's a speed ratio thing with the surface of the Earth and gravity and shit.
Shut your fucking cocksucker,
Right.
man. I don't know.
And the pull of Venus.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that would be it too. That one.
So everyone tell Gastron he needs to come on the podcast. I've asked him multiple times. I know him in real life. I'm not going to blow up his spot. I think it would be a great fucking conversation. And he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, come on the
Yeah,
podcast.
come on.
If you're
Even
still
yeah.
listening, you should come on. It
Do
would
it,
be awesome.
Gash. Do it.
Yeah, even if you don't want to show your face, you could still talk. Have a fucking picture logo or something if you're afraid people are going to see you. But
You could wear a
absolutely,
ski
Well, wait
mask.
a minute. If you know him
Even though there's a lot
IRL,
of
does that mean
humidity.
I know him IRL?
No, he's one of the very few people in my life that you don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
I see.
should I be jealous? It's okay, bro. It's okay. That wasn't on the stream. Don't worry.
Yeah,
no
he
one
was
else
able
can
to
hear
talk
that.
walkie-talkie, so that was funny.
Did you guys
All
see I started smoking again? That's fun.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Well, light it up, bro. Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah. I don't smoke inside,
belated.
though. I always go outside when I smoke. That way the
Is
house
that
smells
a-
like cigarette.
Is that a cigarette? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what's funny is I normally smoke carts with the little thing.
Okay,
Electronic.
yeah.
It's just easier. It doesn't stink up your house like a bong does. I do smoke a bong sometimes, blah blah blah. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I gave that up. I use a little vape now, which I need to quit. I should, blah blah blah. But so when we're on stream though, I smoke rolls, pre-rolls. Let's just call them that. And I podcast in my bedroom in the area up to the side, which won't be happening soon. Me and Bill are going to work on something else. But anyway, every night after I smoke them in here, I go back out there, blah, blah, blah. I come back in my room to go to bed, and it smells like somebody smoked a cigarette in here. And I'm like, fuck. It's because the paper burning smells almost exactly like a cigarette. It doesn't linger. Like the next day, it won't smell like that, but it smells like that sometimes. So my wife got me a smokeless ashtray for my birthday. And I used it last week. And when I came back in to go to bed, I didn't smell it. So it actually works. It actually sucks enough out that the smell does not stay. So
There's
it's awesome.
An idea for you.
Since we're talking about weed smokers, can I add kind of like a positive
I never
note? for them?
said weed. I never said weed.
Oh no, well, hey, that's fine. So the Supreme Court ruled this week that if you smoke weed, that doesn't mean that you can't have your gun, right? So weed smokers still get fucking Second Amendment rights.
Are you
no
serious?
issues.
Yes.
Yep, it's legit. It went through. So the
you believe that was even a
we're
thing?
pushing.
I didn't even know
I
that
know,
was a
but
fucking
you
thing.
know- Oh,
didn't even
I
know that
knew
was
it was
thing.
a thing, and it had a big impact on my life because I will never carry my gun at the same time that I carry any kind of weed product, which kind of limits when I can carry my gun. So
card, bro.
And
it
now
doesn't
what that
matter.
means-
It doesn't even matter. You weren't allowed to carry both at the same time at all.
Right,
Just like you
right.
can't have liquor, you can't be drunk and have a weapon on you. You're not allowed
But
to
now
do that.
but now
It's the
you
same
can.
thing. But well, you
now-
know.
Now
Merca.
weed does not prohibit you, and that bullshit that they were, because they
Listen.
were mentioned that as like a back door for gun control. They're like, give 'em
I'm-
weed, and then we'll try to yank the gun.
I'm way less likely to pull my gun out if I'm smoking weed than I am
Right?
if I'm not. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that. That's all I know.
I got a question for you.
My water gun, squirt, pew, pew,
Yeah.
squirt gun.
Out of all the parties you've been to in your life, right, where people were drinking or where people were smoking, right? How many fights did you see when people were drinking compared to how many fights did you see when people were fucking smoking? Because I've never seen high people get into a fight. I don't have a fucking story like that, but I could give you, you know, quite a few conversations about people drinking and getting into fights.
Yes.
You know,
Dude,
like, so it definitely
this dude smoked like 3 joints and then he wanted to fight everybody. You've never heard that story in your entire life.
Right.
Ever.
Said no one
Ever.
That's like the old Joe Rogan bit where he talks about dropping a bunch of weed over in the Middle East. They get high. And
Joe Rogan, that's one of the best comedy shows he's ever done, dude. Fucking what a great set.
They get high and they're looking at it like, what the fuck are we wearing? What are we doing out here? Like,
what are we doing with ourselves? Can you hear
the good
me
old days.
now?
The good old Rogan.
That's good. That's good. I agree.
When he still didn't believe the moon landing.
Right. Well, you know
I
what's
don't know
on
what's
that
going
guy?
on now.
I feel like, you know, he got his money and, you know, like he kind of shuffles people down certain avenues now, you know. I think he's more obvious as to, you know, kind of like some of his roles. I like him, but I don't watch as much as I used to. The guests aren't as good. Like now it just seems like if you're like big in the news or something big happened with you, now you just make it on his show, you know, as part of the circuit. Back in the day.
Homies on there. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day it was like people you didn't really know about or fucking, you know, off-tilt people, but they were so fucking interesting. And now, who wants to listen to fucking J.D. Vance or whoever? You know what I mean? I don't care about those people. I want to go to the show to watch, like, the cool shit, you know. But that's just me.
You don't care about J.D. Vance, bro?
You better care about your next president.
Not in the slightest.
J.D. Vance for president 2028, bro. I'm all there.
I'm not voting any more presidents, man. I gave up on all of it. It's all fake and gay.
Yeah.
It is just like that. J.D. Vance.
Where does he get those wonderful
I know. I don't even know where Cram finds anything. So everyone should message Cram on X and tell him that he should be our free phone booth intern and do whatever we say for zero money. That's what you should do. Message him and tell him that. This is the first time I'm broaching this situation with him.
We have former employees clipping us for free, so that's kind of nice.
Oh, that's awesome too.
Yeah,
fucking best advertisement ever.
It's fucking wild.
So good. Oh man. So we got to watch something else here. Let me see. I feel like
what to do, bro.
Shut your mouth. I came across this and I feel like this dude fucking summed it up very well. Very well. So let's see if we can watch it. Oh shit, it's on this other screen over here. Here we go.
Have you been following what's going on with Twitter, or X as it's known now, with how the algorithm ignores your followers? Yeah, stay with me. So when you send out a tweet, Twitter doesn't show it to the people who follow you. It shows it to random people. And most of the time, most of your followers don't even see your stuff. So I thought an analogy would be in order. Let's say you had a magazine and you spent years building your magazine, building your subscriber base, selling subscriptions, right? And you hired the photographers and the journalists and the writers and the editors, the whole 9 yards. And you put together this wonderful magazine. And over the years, it grew to be awesome and great. And you built this big following. And one day, the post office, when you delivered the magazine to the post office to mail to your subscribers, the post office says, you know what? We're not going to deliver your magazine to the people they're addressed to. That doesn't matter. In fact, we're just going to deliver this magazine to random people. And not only that, but yeah, you gave us 20,000 magazines to deliver. We're only going to deliver like 500 of them to random people. And that's what Twitter is now. You might have spent 5, 10, 15, in some cases, almost 20 years cultivating an audience, building a following, doing the research, day in, day out, putting in the work, right? And you've gained a following. People who said, I want to see more of this guy's work. I want to see more of her research. I want to follow him and be a part of this community. And now the algorithm says, you know, our AI is going to decide who sees this and how many people see it. And it's going to decide if it's important enough for, you know, some of your followers to see it or not. So that's what's going on. Could you imagine if on Instagram, those reels and stories at the top of Instagram, if all those that showed up were from people you don't follow and you don't know, and the people who do follow you and you do know never see your stuff, or Facebook, you have a family and friends group on Facebook, but yet you never see stuff from your family or friends and they never see your stuff, what would even be the point of having Facebook? And so that takes us back to Twitter. What's even the point of Twitter? If Twitter's not going to show your stuff to your followers or even most of your followers at all, it ruins the primary use case of a
trying to
social
get
media
everyone else to
platform in
leave
the first
Twitter.
place. Why even have followers? What's even the point? Why should I work and build an audience and cultivate a following? Shouldn't I be rewarded for that? But Twitter's coming along and saying, no, you shouldn't be rewarded for all the work you've put in. That doesn't matter. It's meaningless. We're just going to take your magazine and your magazine subscriptions, and we're just gonna throw them on random doorsteps. And yeah, maybe you gave us 20,000 magazines to deliver, but we're only going to deliver 500 of them. Or maybe if we like it.
Okay, we get the point. But yeah, I don't know who this dude is. I'm just saying.
I mean,
what he's saying
Kevin James
is
in a bad boy's hat is kind of fucking. Just saying. Just saying. I like that hat. I want that hat.
Be quiet, Fred Durst. Of course, you want a red hat.
Right.
It says bad boys on it. Come on,
That is
dude.
good. But no, I'm just saying he's pretty spot on about what's going on. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Where I was showing Bill today, showed him my phone, like 3,000 likes, over 1,000 retweets, and only 70,000 views. That means less than 70 people per retweet are seeing it. That's insane. And that's not even including my 114,000 followers. So that's automatically taken off the table. And then over 1,000 people are retweeting it, and still only 70,000 people are seeing the posts. They're literally picking and choosing who's allowed to be seen and who isn't. It's
Dude,
fucking
they
ridiculous.
will throttle the shit out of some stuff where, like, you can, like you said, you can ring up a bunch of fucking likes, a bunch of retweets, and then they just throttle the fucking impression, so it doesn't matter how many people retweet it because it's not going in front of their audience, like, and they just constantly tone that shit down. Who is that? Biff Don's, what's his new name?
Whatever he is now.
God, bro.
Yeah.
Absolute
something
autism
autistic. There you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
him.
Oh, shit.
So he does a
I'm
really good
proud
job
of this.
covering these things.
I knew it was him by a post without knowing he changed his name, because I never saw the post where he changed his name. I saw the post and I was like, oh, that's so Biff Don. I got to look at his account. And I was like, okay, his follower number's about the same. Scrolled down and I was like, okay, yeah, that's him. But yes, that's him for sure.
Yeah.
Who is this dude now? If I don't remember Escanor, I guess.
You guys had him on like way back in the day.
What?
Who? No, he's not
Biff
talking
Don.
about Escanor.
Oh, not Biff. No, not Biff.
No, or not Biff Don. He's talking about this dude on
guy
the
that was
video.
talking
I
just
don't.
now.
I
I
don't
guess
even know
Escanor.
who he
That's
is.
good. Yeah, I don't either.
I have no clue who he is. So
But he makes a good point.
yeah. Even if he's a douchebag, baby bathwater thing, the douchebags can say good stuff too.
You're so phony, Ted. I swear to God.
Ted, I
Who
just
just
sent
sent
you
you
out something I discussed with Stu Peters. That's probably the same thing. What is it here? I don't even know.
Man, oh
Shit,
man.
I was just going to say something and I totally fucking forgot it. Son of a bee.
Yeah, for anybody that hasn't seen the episode with Escanor, it'll be out on all the regulars on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday. It was a
If
a
you
fun
are a
episode, even though we're
subscriber,
already getting a lot of fucking heat for it.
Of
but I don't expect
course,
nothing.
but that's how you know
less.
it's
Yeah.
good.
Who's giving you guys the heat?
What the fuck's his name? I'm not even joking. I'm trying to remember his name. Oh yeah, I'm also a hypocrite too. Thank you, Ominous. I forgot about that part. Well done. Dustin Nemos is giving us shit for talking to Escanor. Vince is giving us shit for
Shame
allowing
on Bill
Escanor to say things about Jesus that we don't agree with and nodding along. Like, I didn't start a podcast to tell people what to think. I started a podcast to ask people what they think and let them tell their story. That's it.
We definitely didn't
And
start a podcast
I made it
to talk to a
abundantly
robot
clear.
to,
Yeah.
tell what
That
people
too.
think.
I made it
Just saying.
abundantly clear to Escanor exactly how I feel about him and what I think, and it was very open the whole time. It was very open. I have no issues with him. Someone's trying to say he's been convicted of fraud. So what? I'm not trying to buy anything from him. I'm trying to have a fucking conversation with him. So you mean to tell me that if you could talk to a death row inmate and ask them questions, you wouldn't do it? I would absolutely fucking do it. I don't care what the fuck they did. If I can have a good conversation with them and learn something that may help other people, I'm going to do it.
Dude,
so
okay.
telling me someone was convicted of fraud or anything means nothing to me about having a conversation with them.
What about
except
the guy
for,
that-
the one big one, pedophilia.
But what about the
That's
guy
one.
that you got the dog from? Didn't he
What about
do
him?
time? Look at
Oh,
how
yeah,
he
he
turned
did
his
do
fucking
time.
life around.
Mr. Hay now? Yeah, I'm going to get him on for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude
I
has
guess, I don't
millions and millions of followers across all social media. And we have his dog's niece. And he was in prison. He admits it. He did time for shit. Turned his whole life around when his mom died. And he fucking said, I'm going to turn my life around. He does work for autistic people and donates huge amounts to them. And he's listed as one of the people that they respect, and like, this person does great work for us, the Autism Foundation, all this stuff. So yes, people can absolutely turn their lives around, and I don't have any disrespect for anyone who's been charged with something. That's what's so funny. We all talk about how corrupt the system is and how it's all fucked up, and then we're like, oh, someone got charged with something. Like,
Right.
come the fuck
And
on.
let alone if somebody gets arrested, right, and they're not a fucking pedophile or some shit like that, right? Like, and they go and they serve their time. At that point, we're square, right? Like, they don't owe us anything else. Like, they get to be normal people in society, right? Now,
Yeah.
maybe if somebody's, like, they went in for fraud, until you have a well-established relationship with that person, maybe you wouldn't, like, enter into, like, a business deal with them until you can trust them,
Exactly.
right? But it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be looking at them all the time like they're going to wrong you. You can recognize that people do bad shit. Sometimes they're in bad circumstances and they make bad decisions. They're young and stupid. For a variety of reasons, people do dumb shit. So, like, and anyone who serves their time, like, you're square. What's the fucking point of serving time? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You did your time, but you're still not. You're not cool.
This brings up a weird debate for me then. Like, I know there is such a thing as being institutionalized, right? Is it like so a certain people, does it only affect a certain certain kind of people that it will actually become institutionalized, and then others that actually learn their lesson and get out and do the right thing? You know what I mean? Like, that's I know for me, I've been a couple of times. I don't want to go back.
Right.
I've never repeated what I did to get in there. So
right, you touched the stove, you realized it was hot,
right.
and you're like, all right,
you know what I mean? But, like, are the people that are, subsequent to being institutionalized, are they, you know what I mean? Are they like a different type of people, or?
No,
how
it's
does
that
work?
process, right? Like, think about it. If your parents are fucking never around to guide you, right? And all you're getting is the shit at school where they're not even teaching you, right? It's like you're fucking with friends. So it's just like social decay, like.
These are the ones that were always getting sent out of class. They're always like,
Yeah, so they don't know anything other than to be in this mix. They don't tend to have good role models. They don't have people necessarily reaching out, like, they were failed young, right? Their parents fucked up and did it wrong, and I'm sure there's teachers and whatnot. Sometimes it's the individual as well, but when you're young, it's up to, like, your teachers, your parents, society to kind of, well, not society, but, leadership to kind of guide you, what's morally right and shit, right?
so basically everything that they want to destroy, right? The nuclear
Right.
family.
Well,
and
everything that they're
morality.
doing now.
Yeah.
How they make it okay when these kids get together and they riot, right? They always let it go for a day or two before they clamp down, right? And even that first day or two that they're clamping down, they let them do shit, so they've taught these kids that this behavior is okay. And then these kids see it and these behaviors on their phone, on the TV. Well, what we see is what we
replicate or
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and with that being said, it's been the same way since the invention of like fucking television. How do you think that they degraded our society? It was slowly. They start bringing about concepts and ideas, and they start showing you things that you've never seen on television.
Feminism.
And they slowly start poisoning your mind. Absolutely. You know, like, and then the system is just every which way. But yeah, it's horrible, man.
I think feminism was a huge, giant, terrible step. It not only doubled their tax income because now women are in the workplace, it made them have to send children to their indoctrination camps because the mother was no longer in the home. It was like a fucking whoever came up with that diabolical genius, and you know they had a very big nose.
And the kids are coming out of fucking high school with fucking drool cups. You know what I mean? Like they can't fucking do anything. They can't read. They can't function. They can't
Oh my
hold jobs.
God.
Have you seen one of these kids like try to be at the gas station? They can't figure out fucking change. Nothing, dude. They're lost. If it doesn't
Dude.
tell them and there's an issue, like
The other
go
day,
ahead.
I went to pay for something, and it would have come out where if I gave them the change and $1, I could have got a $10 bill back. And I was getting ready to do that, and I was like, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother because I'm just going to give them the 20 and let them do it because that's what the machine's going to tell them, and they're not going to be able to figure it out. And that's horrible. And have you seen those videos of people go, and who knows if they're true, but I have a feeling they are, where they're going around asking people to either pronounce words or read something in cursive, and they cannot fucking do it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane to me that they're letting people through school that cannot fucking read or write properly. And not
Do you
even
know
just
why I think-
cursive, even regular fucking words in print.
Do you know why I think they took away cursive? Part of it
AI?
is nope, because the way you write kind of goes hand in hand with the way you think, right? And your stream of thought, right?
Yeah.
So printing is one thing; it's a lot of up and up. But when you're in cursive, you're just in one single flow because you're not really pulling the pen up. You're just kind of like putting it out there. You're in like the full fucking stream, right? Well, that's not good. We don't want you to operate at optimum performance. Let's dumb them down. Let's pull them back. And I think things like that cognitively affect you.
I bet your thoughts flow better writing cursive than they do printing, because printing is much harder for me because you have to each letter with the space.
Yep.
Similar to doing a talk, like leaving a voice note for somebody or texting. Because when you're texting, you're like, oh no, that was, let me back up. Let me do that.
Yep.
But when you're just getting it out, it's all in a flow. Like,
Yep.
I feel that's better. That's all I'm saying.
I'm retarded. Like
Okay, we can agree on that. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. No, I'm kidding. I'm retarded.
I mean, am I the only one that writes like in lowercase and uppercase at the same fucking time?
Dude,
Like,
you've seen my
No,
handwriting.
I'll do all caps.
Okay, yeah, like I'll have a word that's all caps and then go like to lowercase and then like there'll be
Yeah.
like uppercase.
I'm all over the
kinds of
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. I switch, and I also notice I can start one way, and my penmanship looks a certain way, and I'm doing all caps, and it's nice and neat. And then like halfway through the thing, you can see like this fucking transition, and it looks like I picked up crayons. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
That's insane. My writing looks like, I hate to use these words, and I'm not talking about anyone specifically. It looks like a retarded 4-year-old that has the Michael J. Fox disease, whatever that is, Parkinson's. Like,
Parkinson's.
like it's just fucking. My writing's so bad. It's so bad. I should have been a doctor. That's why Mom said all the time, you should be a doctor with how terrible your handwriting is.
Dude, it gets so bad. Like if I'm like in the zone, like when I was writing a lot, like, and I'm like, oh man, it's just fucking coming to me, and I'm going. I go back, I couldn't even fucking read it, dude. Like,
Want to see my lyrics, bro? What are you, fucking Egyptian? What
Yeah.
the fuck is it?
You're just flowing and it scribbles. I feel you, dude.
It just looks
Yeah.
like, oh.
You imagine back in the day when you had to
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, at least
ship your thoughts, you'd
yeah, you
fucking
get to take
change your
pride in
mind
that
by the
shit,
end
you
of
know what I
it.
mean?
Your mind would change throughout the whole fucking thing. The story would alter.
Yeah, but at
Oh, you
least
came
there
up
was
with
like
something better.
there was like one symbol for a word or something. You know what I mean? Like it was like a lot better.
Oh, well, like Paleo Hebrew back in the day. I hate to even use that word, but yes, the original pictures of words, just like Latin is a very specific language. The older languages are way more specific than ours.
That's why we're going back to speaking emojis, bro. We're
Oh my
taking it
God.
back.
Thank God for that. I could fucking. I'm gonna write someone's eulogy in emojis one day, and everyone's gonna love it. Call them emojis.
When I guarantee you, by if somehow we're all able to live to ripe old ages and shit, and like things don't just like let's say we can all make it to 80. I guarantee you, there's gonna be a point where you're gonna get a letter in the mail from a business, a company, some shit, a debt collector, and there's gonna be like fucking slang and emojis all over that bitch, dude. And it's just gonna be because that's the culture that came up.
Dude, the last few times I went to like subscribe to something or check it out and it was like pick your gender, I was like, nope. Back out. I'm not going to fucking use this. Like, you have more than 2 options? Nope. Like, if you ask,
Right.
are you a male or female? That's one thing. If you even have other, I'm out. I can't support you. Like, I just really can't. Can't do it.
And don't speak in text to
What
me,
happened?
please.
Oh.
Don't do
What?
LMAO OMG. Don't fucking do that. All right. For God's
Do
sake.
people still do that?
I think so. I'm
think
convinced
so.
that Gen Z's like fucking stuck in it.
No, they're saying shit like that's giving now. Or are they over that even?
God, no,
That's
it's
giving.
still
That's
giving.
fucking giving what? What is it giving? Tell me what the fuck.
How
If
could
you
an
finish
inanimate
that off like
object give you anything? I don't understand.
if you're like if you said that's giving me fill in the blank vibes, I could understand that. But if you just say that's giving, it's giving what? It's giving nothing. You're like at least our stupid slang when we were young, it was dumb, but it made some sort of sense. This bullshit, I don't even the music, the art, the slang, it's all gone off the fucking deep end, man. It's the dumbing
well,
down
we're-
of civilization.
You remember when you were talking about how babies may speak the language of God? What if we're going back
they
to
do.
that? What if we're going back to that? Eventually, we're just gonna be like, "Eh, blah, blah, blah." You know what I mean? Like we're not that far
Oh,
away. Dude.
I know him.
The guy that talked about universes and folding time and space.
it's-
That dude.
What the fuck's his name?
Stephen
I can't
Hawking.
think of that. Yeah, that guy. No, man, I don't. Just okay. Let's think of this because we're young. We're old enough to remember cassette tapes and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say you bought a cassette tape from your favorite band, and your friend wanted a copy of that cassette tape, and you had the 2 cassette tape radio, right? And you copied that cassette tape for your friend. The copy never sounded as good as the original.
That's right.
Just like anything, the copy will, if you trace something, it's never as good as the original. A copy will never be as good. Now, how many generations are we in from creation? And they're all copies of copies. They're never going to be as good as the original.
Yep.
Society is going, and yeah, there'll be spikes here and there fighting, trying to hold on, but like copies of copies are never going to be as good as the original. And I know people will say like, well, some children do better than their parents. Like, yeah, that's a societal thing. Some people get lucky, some people have a good connection, but they're never going to have a higher IQ. Maybe sometimes, but rarely, maybe from the one side, but it's always going to be a downward flow. it's never going to jump way up. You're never going to get way down here and then get back to the IQ of somebody who was up here, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's some geneticist that'll tell me I'm fucking retarded. People tell me I'm retarded all the time. I have no problem with that. But to me, a copy of 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 a copy is never going to be as good as that original thing you copied it from. What do you guys think about
Did you know that, speaking of IQs, like for the first time in God knows how long, we actually dropped fucking points in IQ?
You
Naturally.
dropped?
Yeah, we dropped. Usually we've been growing. That's been kind of like a thing with, as you know, civilization goes. And now we're starting to go down, which isn't
Well,
good.
this-
So
that,
something
though.
this
Who
isn't-
takes that?
This is an average, though, and look who we're letting in our country.
This is true.
Yeah, but
And,
who
well,
also
I mean,
depicts
we're-
like IQ and who keeps track of this shit? Who are we listening to and taking their word as fucking God? You know,
That's
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
point.
No,
But-
I would
but when
like
you
to.
look-
I've never taken an IQ test, and I don't know if I would trust it because any IQ test is just like any standardized test. If you answer the questions the way they want you to, you will score high on it.
So
like-
I took one before. The IQ test, like it's not like multiple choice, right? So like there was a lot of different shapes, and then they'll show you a picture, right, of like a
Yeah.
form, and you have to figure out how to turn those shapes into that form within the little bit of time that they give you, and they give you
It's
a bunch
time,
of those.
yes.
And then there's like logic questions that they give you, and you know, like stuff like that. So it works on basically more like your problem-solving approach, like how you cognitively approach things, as opposed to, you know, like when you're in school, it's through like repetition and facts learning. The IQ test wasn't like, it wasn't looking for necessarily like facts. It was having me solve something along the way, and then you were always on a timer.
But let me ask you a question. Say you had a friend and you thought that they were an intelligent person and you had great conversations with them and you thought the things that they brought up were very good points and all that. And then you found out they took a IQ test and it came out low. Would you think that it was accurate, or would you think that IQ tests were
No.
wrong, or would you?
Do you remember we did that thing and it gave fucking Snoop like a 63 or some shit?
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Well, you
It
know,
basically said
you know.
Snoop needs a drool cup. And when it comes down, I mean, all fun aside, Snoop's fucking brilliant, you know? And that
Yeah.
shit, like, tagged him like, you know, a potato, you know? So, yeah, obviously something's fucking broken there.
Yeah, but in fairness, wasn't that one just off of like your image? Like it was just looking
don't
at
know.
you and telling. I
you
think that's what it was.
Was
I
it?
do think.
Yeah.
I think it was just like judging by your picture, it'll tell you your IQ or some
Holy
shit like. It was something like completely
You
frivolous.
know what? I'll
but-
buy that more than an actual IQ test. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, gay face is a thing, so you can tell things from people's faces.
I might get
Yeah, you
very
can.
wise. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, zoom in on the grades.
like
you know what I'm talking
Gandalf.
about, Templar? Yeah.
Right. Gotta
Bro,
own it.
why you acting like I don't have a gray beard, bro? I can't be in the club.
You still got some brown in it, bro.
But do you get the senior discount? Do you get the senior discount? Because I do.
No, I
you?
don't.
Yeah.
I got.
In
I
some places,
actually-
they just automatically give it to me.
Nice.
It
I gotta
made
try
my-
that.
It made my day like a few months ago, and I almost ejaculated in my shorts when someone asked for my ID. I was like,
Bless
"Of
you.
course
no,
you
that
can
is
have
always-
my ID," and they were like, "Oh, you 42?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm way." And this it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, it's happened a couple times, but only when my head is shaved and my beard is short, and you can't tell it says white. But now it's fewer and further between. Now they're just like, "Oh, we don't need to see your ID, old man. You're good."
Speaking
Do you
of
need
which,
a
when I
wheelchair?
look at the old pictures of you with that big beard, dude, it's so hard to like. You see it, and then it's like I remember, but now you've had like it gone so long, and then I see you with it, and it's almost hard to remember. Like, oh shit, yeah. You know, like, dude, that motherfucker.
Blue's mad at me for cutting it off. Blue's like, "I can't believe you cut it off."
No. Oh, really?
Yeah, she wants the
Nah,
long beard.
Yeah, it's better.
It's
without.
better. I'm a, one day I'll shave my face. Like I'll do it on a live stream. I don't even care. I'll shave it with a Bic down to the fucking baby face, and we'll see. If I have a hat on, maybe, but if I don't, you can see the hairline, and then it's all.
I can't.
over. You
I
can
can't
tell
do
I'm
that.
old.
I can't do it.
You know what?
My face
Maybe I
won't
should
allow
do
it.
that
No
one of
shave.
these times. Just fucking like when I go to
Dude,
cut
you
this,
still have
just
a
fucking
beautiful
cut all this
fucking
shit
head of
live
hair.
on
I'm telling
stream.
you, what the fuck, bro? Like that shit's finesse.
Is it?
Like,
What's up,
yeah, look at that
Fabio?
shit. God damn.
Yeah, but I'll just shave it on stream when I fucking finally go to cut this shit on.
It's great. I shaved my head on stream one day. I mean, it was already short, and I just used my thing and did it on stream. But yeah, when I
Do
shave
you
my beard
use
off, one day I'll do it.
what do you do? What do you use? Do you use an electric or do you use like a
Well,
fucking Transformation shit?
now my wife for like last birthday or whatever bought me. It's like a 3-thing electric, and it fucking
Oh, the
everyone.
one, the handheld one.
Everyone,
little hand
everyone
sander.
Oh, okay.
pivots and all that, and you can move it around. It's great for the head. I fucking can do it. It's not so good for the neck. So the
Yeah,
neck, I still
tears.
use a regular. Actually,
The
to be
trimmers?
completely honest, and if you're not doing it as a man, you're stupid. I use women's razors. One, because they're a quarter of the fucking price, and two, because they work better. They fucking
Really?
work better. Absolutely. They work better. They're cheaper. All of it.
we get a red
You can order
triangle
them
here?
online. Oh, okay. I'll show you my nuts, bro. If it's really like, if it's really like that, but no, but for real, it does. So like, I was skeptical at first. I didn't want to. I ran out of razor heads, and my wife was like, "Hey, use one of mine." I was like, "I'm not gay, so I don't know if I can use a pink one. You know, I'm not cool with that." And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so much better than mine." Because they have like these moisturizing strips and shit, and the blades are like, we don't want to hurt their pussies, so we're gonna make them extra soft. So like, it works so good, so good. Just do it. Be a man, buy a woman's razor. They're cheaper. They're not locked up at Walmart. Just fucking do it. I promise you, I'm not gay. Just do it. Do it. You won't be gay either.
Well, I'm sure there'll still be some out there that are taking it in the rear, but you know, they can do that on their downtime after they shave, get a nice shave with a woman's razor.
Also, dream on your own time, Bill. All right, we're on a live stream here. But so, other than people trying to kidnap your daughter, how's everything else going? Tumblr, like fuck, I don't even know how to say that, bro.
I mean, I got other things going, you know, like that are crazy, but you know, overall though, life is good. You know what I mean? Like fucking, the people I love are healthy. You know, like fucking, nobody is, you know, really hurt at the moment or anything. You know, so there's good health, and so all the other shit, you know, this too shall pass, right? So.
I certainly fucking hope so, man.
But let's stay upbeat. So outside of that,
I'm always upbeat, man. I try to
let's
always
talk
be
conspiracy
upbeat.
theories and shit.
One thing we can guarantee out of all this madness is that Michelle Obama is still a man. All right.
I certainly hope that goes to court. I certainly hope that does. That they're supposedly going to sue him for libel or whatever about saying that. Oh my god, I hope
Right.
it does.
And then when you're in the courtroom, you're like, Your Honor, I'm gonna need
Discovery
her to pull her cock
Here you
out
go.
real quick
I
just
mean,
to prove it to us.
How easy could that court battle be? It could be over
Right.
in 20 seconds. Pull down your pants, ma'am, sir.
Right.
Ma'am, sir.
Come out in a
Sir, ma'am.
bikini. Let's see if it's tucked.
Oh,
That's it.
Haven't
Kick
you
up
ever
his ass
seen
or
Ace
some shit.
Ventura, bro?
yes.
She had that
Yep.
shit tucked behind her. Either you have the worst case of hemorrhoids.
Can't hide Mr. Winky.
Yeah. So I mean, it should be over right then. That's all it should take right there. Pull your pants down, ex first lady dude. What do they call it? What is it when it's a dude?
Can I
what do they
get
call
one?
it?
Can I get one sec for a bathroom?
No, absolutely not.
Sorry.
Yes, of course, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna pee my pants. Go ahead, Bill. You look like you want to say
Is
something.
it true that like Trump is working on trying to get a third term?
I hope so. Now that he's turned against Israel.
I believe him, yo.
Yeah, this time I believe him. No, I mean, he said some shit, and I will say, if I believed in the show, that JD Vance speech was pretty powerful, where he was like, just so you know, like basically saying, if you have any ideas of taking out Trump, I'm even less sympathetic to you guys. He's like, Trump's the only world leader who cares about Israel anymore, who wants to defend Israel anymore. So the fact that they're coming out after him, like,
That's how I spelled relief.
Super fast.
PISS. That's how I spell it.
No,
It is
we're not
rough,
gonna,
man.
We're not gonna.
People
ask
forget about that. You sit here and you drink water because you're talking a lot. Your throat dries out. You're drinking, sitting here for 3 hours. Sometimes you gotta pee. Sometimes you gotta pee. It's okay.
When's the next Mind of Madness?
Actually, we're putting them out. So I got two different ways. I got one thing I'm doing with Kennedy's driver, William Greer. I got a big thing I'm doing on fucking Christopher Lloyd, which is fucking awesome shit. I got some shit on sports. Yeah. Do you know who Christopher Lloyd is? Check this out. Do you know Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown, and all that shit, right?
Yeah,
So,
okay. I was hoping that was not this, you know.
Is there a different one?
He just shows this random dude. He's like, "This is Chris Lloyd." It's like, shit.
His great like grandfather's name was John Howland. Okay, he came over on the fucking Mayflower. Okay, he came over when he boarded the ship. He was a fucking manservant, right? This guy falls overboard, right? Somehow clings to a fucking rope while the fucking boat's going through the water and manages to survive. They pull him back on, so he lives. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is like fucking, like divine,
I call bullshit, but yeah."
But it's a true story. So all of a sudden he becomes like, true story. Gets instantly prestigious, right? He's the 13th signer on the Mayflower Compact, right? Like when you look up his name, and then like for the foundation of like the country with the Mayflower, like he financially backed a bunch of shit. I mean, really, really fucking big. Then his grandfather, his grandfather married this woman named something Tilly, and that grandfather's the dude who started Texaco Oil, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. So this guy, and then so the other thing is like, dude, there's like 30 million people that are related to John Howland and the Christopher Lloyd bloodline, right? Like, dude, it's fucking the guy's got everything attached, and that's without even touching any of the like the supernatural weird shit, dude.
You need to talk with Biff Dunn or Quantum Altered or Absolute Autism. So just need to be clear about this. Our first week, and Bill can vouch for this, on X, I was like, dude, this account's awesome. And not to say other accounts aren't awesome also, but from the very beginning, that dude, there's something about the way he posts, something about his love of the 80s, something about his love of animals, something about like just my fucking soul meshes with the way that dude posts. So whatever his name is that he puts out there, I'm all on board. I'm there for it. Like that dude, he can be as autistic as he wants. I'm fucking in for the ride. That's all I know. But anyway,
he makes fire content.
Yeah,
And
the way he ties in the Back to the Future shit is just
dude, could you imagine sitting around a campfire with that dude and just talking stories, or with you or any of us? Like, that's the ultimate to me. Like, yes, this is awesome, this virtual thing we do here, but could you imagine a face-to-face between us sitting around camping somewhere, fucking just talking about whatever? Like,
it'd be fucking lit, dude. It would be so cool.
We gotta make
it would be something you would remember even through dementia when we get it later on from all the aluminum. Like, that would be the one thing, like in the notebook, that you would remember. The certain song played and you're like, I remember Ted playing that on the guitar around the campfire. Anyway, these are just my dreams.
Dude, are we gonna have like the same memories as like our parents and grandparents had? Like, we're like, oh, you remember that time we were on this stream? Or you remember that post? You remember like
my grandparents have never been on a stream, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They have actual memories of doing fucking shit. Oh, remember a time we went across country and we fucking, you know what I mean? We did this.
Remember when we went to the upside down house? Shit like that? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Man.
The world's
Road
largest
trips.
ball of yarn. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? We're over here like, oh, but what about that stream on the YouTube episode of this and that? And,
I feel like I'm so lucky, and you guys are too. I don't know if you see it yet, that we lived in the transfer time.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of places. I've been a lot of places. You have too, Bill. I don't know your story, Templar, with everywhere you've been and all that, but we've been around the country. We've seen a lot of places, done a lot of things, and like now that's diminishing. At least for me, like I'm not so quick to get on a plane anymore. I used to have no problem with that. I loved flying. I'm not so quick to do that anymore with the whole DEI and planes crashing left and right and corporations not really caring about the product because they know that they can spend less on a good lawyer than they can on fixing their planes. Like, this is bad shit that we're living in. People are demons. It's just not good anymore. But anyway, so I feel like we lived in that last... Oh, shit.
Keep it going,
Anyway,
bro.
we lived in that last generation where we had real life and the digital life. We had bicycles at our friends' houses, being home when the streetlights come on, and also fucking dial-up internet and shit like that. Okay, good, you're back. So yeah, we had that split of where we had the old without digital and the new world with digital. Like, I remember coming home 16, 17 from high school and getting on AOL and like the dial-up, but that was like the first like rudimentary, like you could go look at this and that and you could do school projects on it, but like the internet wasn't what it is now. And anyway, but we lived before that and we lived after that, and we're the last generation to do that because my nieces and nephews grew up in a world where it was already there. So they don't know anything without it.
Yep.
So I feel lucky in that way. I feel like we're here at a grand time in some way. I don't know if it's good or bad, but we're here at the pinnacle of something, whatever
Maybe
it is.
that's why, like, a lot of, truthers or anons or, light workers, whatever you want to use, right? Like, a lot of them are Gen X, dude. They are. Because
I hope
they're still in that transitional period. They remember what it was like to not have all this shit and to actually run, not just touch grass, but run through it fucking barefoot, jump off fucking rocks into rivers, fucking crash our bikes.
I used to play football in the street with no shoes on every day after school. And I don't even give a fuck about sports. It was just having fun with my friends.
Yeah.
But in the street with no shoes. Bro, even me, I couldn't walk probably down the street in the summer now with no shoes. My feet would be burning hot. I wouldn't be able to handle it because I wear boots for work all the time and all that. Like, there was something about the time that we were in where we had enough technology to have things good. Oh, now that's the problem. You're on the space station. Where
he's stuck.
Where we had enough technology to kind of know what was going on and really look, because even back then you could look something up online, like school projects and shit like that. There wasn't Google.
But remember we used to go to the libraries and just tackle like encyclopedias. Like, we'd have to go looking. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
well,
look
before that, for
and,
sure. Yes, the Dewey Decimal System.
Even like as the
card
internet
catalog.
was still coming out, like it was still, not everybody had a computer that could get online, or your one family had one computer, and like it was usually being used.
Yeah.
So like you had to fucking find other ways to get shit done if you even gave a shit about doing anything, But at the same time, like, yeah, man, like there's fucking kids now that they're not even gonna experience a great game of kickball. How fucking fun was kickball, dude?
God, I loved kickball. I love getting
You know what I mean?
Fucking face as a fat
fucking
kid.
dodgeball. I mean, like, come on, dude. Even like doing the giant parachute with all the kids, you fucking push it up and then go underneath it and like do there were such fucking cool things that we were doing when we were kids, man. Fucking field day. Remember field day?
Think straight.
Now you can't bring
know if
peanut
they
butter
hear
to
me.
school.
I know, because of fucking allergies.
You glitchy as fuck, bro. You glitchy
Yeah.
as fuck, Templar. I don't know what's going on.
He needs to
You're on the
fucking come
space
back down to
station.
Earth,
There's
bro.
a delay. Yeah, we can't hear anything.
You're an LEO, bro.
Blah, blah. Peanut butter.
Get out of low
Peanut
Earth orbit.
Butter. Do it, Bill. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Extra creamy. Like my Jerry curl.
Give me the butter.
Give me the butter, baby. Give me the butter. So bad. Anyway.
Well, maybe we should. I don't know. Should we wrap it up? Like,
What do you mean?
My dad should.
What do you mean by wrap it up? It's like the shit I've heard on the first day of being on X, bro. But yes, let's wrap it up. I hope Templar's
Love you
okay.
guys, yes.
I did get a text back from Jacob. He is okay.
All
His
right.
internet and shit shut down. Hopefully he'll be back. We'll have him back for an episode soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Oh.
Hope Templar's okay. He'll be back.
Don't go to go to
Oh,
Pan Am Bullion.
Fuck my
And-
ass.
Get some
Hold on.
silvers and some goldies.
Some silvers and
Coinies.
some goldies, yes.
And,
Go to canambullion.com to get your gold, silver, and platinum coins, bars, and bullion. Put it in your fucking cart. Buy it right away. Don't wait because the prices change all the time. It'll come to your house in a nondescript package. Nobody will know what it is. You hold it in your hand. You do not have to fucking say, oh, let me look up online how much silver I have.
Not a piece
no,
of paper.
it's right there. Exactly. It's in your hand. And also, don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com where you get all our episodes a little bit early and bonus content, which Bill and I work on more. Used to get our friends' podcast there. The pick is in, some fucking other shit. Just get it all there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Ass fucking clothing. Go buy a shirt, damn it. Just
Buy a fucking shirt. Don't be a faggot. Buy a shirt. It's better that way. Good night, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you later.
Cats. Deuces, cats.
Peace.